We're gonna have a little bit of a merger of concepts here. I think we'll also be having light German discussion joining in as well. Hey, that'd be fucking sweet though. We even have fucking Alex Northstar in here as well. We got Captain Hike. I wonder if Kaiser's gonna join in as well. I'm gonna try to do this thing where we like assemble all the people. So like, yeah, boy. Oh, I see even one of my favorites, Lincoln. Hey, what's up, bud?
I was just gonna say that. What's up, Lincoln?
Yeah, come up, you guys. See what happens. This will be fun. Right now, X Spaces seems to be the only thing that is working right now. So Spaces are definitely the meta. I've been saying this for like ages, and now it's like proof of work. So there's like two chances here. I'm not sure if this has something to do with some sort of attack or if this is like a scalar migration. Could be one of the two. Not really sure.
Alien invasion.
Yeah, so I've considered that the simulation has been going a little fast recently, so I think alien invasion is definitely on the cards here.
Well, it
Alex,
is 12:21.
Ooh, I forgot about that.
Good morning.
Do you remember, dude? Do you remember the weird little thing from the FDA where they were joking that the internet went down? About the misinformation, dude. The irony. Yo, Alex, are you also German?
Me? No, I'm from Italy, but I worked in Germany for 3 years, so I still have things in common with Alex Utopia, I guess.
Have you managed to pick up a few things?
You mean in German?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. I speak German, man. I work with Google in German. Like I had to recruit people too in German.
Beautiful. I'll add you to the chat. I think Andreas down here has got a similar thing. We got a German Spaces chat. So like I want to do this thing where like basically every now and then we just host spaces from the German side because I feel like it's completely underrepresented.
Yeah.
And we basically make it kind of like a mixed format because usually people just, it's an organization, right? And I want to give it some weight. Yeah, so let me add you to the chat, bro.
Yeah, you can add me to the group or whatever you have. I mean, I cannot do nothing on X today except like joining your cozy space. So thank you for hosting this. I just turned on, like I'm in Vietnam right now, so I just turned this on. It's like, where are my posts? Where are my people? What the fuck?
Dude, the timeline is nuked, yo. I would say like and repost the space. But I would say like and repost the space, but there's nothing to like or repost.
There's nothing there, my man. There's nobody here. Like, what the fuck is happening today?
Dude, welcome to Twitter Lite. I wish I could post that, but guess what? There's no timeline to post anything to, so I can't do my schizo post, right? The EAC are going to be so pissed.
Posting? What is posting? Do we do posting on this platform? I thought it's only for spaces,
I do have the little plus button now.
Oh, it is posting.
So technically,
yeah, it does have a little plus button there because the post itself that renders the space is not there. Because, like, basically, space is like an instance itself, and to that instance is tied this little interface, and then that little interface is like a post that's tied to the way that the thing here works. Don't worry about it.
Oh, no.
Interestingly,
I just clicked post.
I found one of my polls from yesterday and reposted that, and somebody managed to vote on it. So I don't know if that was just by...
Did you just rug?
I think you're glitching, yeah.
My man's still here. Did they censor him? What happened? Forbidden knowledge.
Bro, I think bro's glitching. It's either me or it's him.
I don't hear him anymore.
Go rogue.
Bro, I think the space is gonna be so broken because, like, I think the listeners are so gonna jump, dude. I wanted to sleep, but guess there's gonna be no sleeping here, man.
By the way, does anybody know when this started happening? I'm in Vietnam right now. It's 1 p.m. But since when did it start?
Like 15 minutes ago? It talked.
Yeah, like about 15-30 minutes ago. It should start going down real fucking fast.
Right after
really?
the space.
We have some reports that it started 1.5 hours ago. So,
dude, shit's going down everywhere. Apparently, even on YouTube, there's some traffic problems there. Like apparently say, "Oh, YouTube is down," but it's not down for me yet. Oh, I'm rugging?
You're giving forbidden knowledge, Adrian. Stop it.
Oh no, that's just a fluctuation for connection. My I don't know how this works, but I should probably rip apart the program and modify it.
I mean, you have time today. There's nothing to do on X, I guess. Pretty much. Enjoy hobbies, folks. Go out for a walk, but stay in the space. Stay in the space, but go out for a walk.
Yeah,
The,
dude. We're gonna
level
like
of
play some motivational music to help you on the
real
walk.
question is, the real
level of
question is,
confusion
what
about the
happens?
timeline being gone is related to your level of addictiveness, right?
Exactly, bro. We're
Exactly.
suffering next level withdrawal.
I'm gonna drop out.
Go hit the
Huh?
bong.
Yeah.
I'm talking to some other people in groups to try to get them in here because we can't do anything else. What's up, Fallen? So we'll
Yeah, the real
see.
question is, guys, what will happen to the tweets? What get out during the issue? Will they get boosted or no?
They are all purged, complete purged. All of them are gone. Maybe when we return
Dude, I
to
feel
normal.
like the engagement, for anything on X is like completely dead at this moment. Dude, this would be so crazy. Can you imagine the traffic once it all comes back? Oh my god. Dude, guys, look out for when I drop the post saying, "We're back." I'll just say, "We're so back." That's gonna be my post.
But by the way, yeah, like, so you also noticed the massive deboost, right, in engagement? Because I've been doing some research, like for a lot of people, it's like at least 50%. Literally, people have been telling me like 56%. Is this also a thing that you guys noticed? Like since a
Not
couple
really.
of weeks. Good for you, I'm happy.
But the thing is, I got now 43 new followers. I think it's from that because only the section works where you can follow new people, recommended to follow. And also the tweets itself, is if you search in the section new tweets, on the notifications, this section is also working because I think regarding that, I got this followers now.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm like in every space at the same time. I'm just kidding. I'm like only in 2 right now. I'm like in 1 where they're discussing politics, and my brain started not dealing with that too well, so we started to focus on the actual issue and the fact that X is like having a few problems right now, so that's why we've opened up this space. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, like and repost this page. There's nothing to like or repost. I'm just kidding, yo. But if you guys don't have a place to like chill and everything's down and you're feeling the withdrawal, send everyone a fucking DM with a spaces link. The thing is at the bottom there. You see a little plus sign. You can click there. That is basically a means by which you can post the space. But since there's no one on timeline, just take the link, copy that, and send it to someone's DM. Invite them over. Have a little talk. We'll see what happens, man. Just don't chill any NFTs. Otherwise, you're getting booted permanently, man. That shit's not happening. But regardless of, man, welcome to the Dark Ages. It's the end of the world as we know it. I'm sorry I had to do that.
Maybe they just want to promote Christmas spirit. Christmas spirit, so people just like join together at the fireplace and spaces and talk.
Exactly,
no
bro. I was thinking
posting,
that same shit.
Bust out some marshmallows. Why not? Let's have fun.
It's 12/21 rebirth day today, so let's celebrate.
Yeah, man, let's have some fun. Does anybody know any ex-employees who may want to like be? Oh no, wait, sorry, they might be fucking burning the midnight oil right now, trying to deal with whatever this is, or maybe they're even the cause of this. Not saying that's a bad thing, by the way. We have seen some experimentation happen on the back end. I was in a couple spaces earlier, and I saw, well, that's fucking crazy. But really, I think it's just going to be a few outages. Maybe it's just an outage, but I don't think it's an actual fucking attack. I mean, I don't seriously think that just because you talk about a fucking immigrant crisis, that X is going to be down. Like, hello. That space is not nearly big enough.
I think like NFT God got like a huge space talking about politics and stuff, but I don't think this is the reason to block whole X for that. Like Jesus Christ.
I think the Fed is like so quaking his boot because an NFT guy just fucking like did a space on politics, bro. I'd be so scared if I was the Fed right now.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm obviously just pulling legs here.
I just saw $20 million shorts incoming to Bitcoin after this happened.
Wow. Dude, good shit that we're starting to talk about Bitcoin. Fucking Jake.Sats in here. That's the guy who fucking did my PFP. Bro just bounced.
Damn.
Yo, even American Memes in here, bro. I'm gonna fucking like invite him to the stage and see what happens, bro. That guy, I like him. Let's see what happens. It's a really weird situation. Everyone's like coming together. I'm seeing people in here I haven't seen in ages. Even fucking Enoch, he's the guy who did my profile banner, bro. I remember all y'all faces, man. Shit. This is some fucking reunion shit right here.
Adrian,
it's a family reunion, bro.
I have still your .btc domain on BRC20 on my wallet.
Oh shit.
Just send me your wallet, bro.
Yeah, we'll do that later. Once I have to keep everything stable. I have everything killed in the background right now. I don't want to have any disruptions for this WhatsApp. I put on the fucking do not disturb, so no one's gonna reach me. Bro, we're gonna think I'm on the attack as well here. So if a fucking call comes in, there's an issue. Well, that's going to be a problem for me times 2, but in reality, everything's nice. There shouldn't be any issues whatsoever, coming my way, at least up until tomorrow, because, well, manufacturing. I was, burning the midnight oil anyways, but I thought it was going to crash at some point and sleep on the floor, but, nope. Not going to happen.
Talking about crashing, yeah, good. Makes sense.
But yeah, you guys, we've got a very nice little assortment of people here. It's so cool.
Adrian, hello, sir.
What's up, Lincoln? How are you?
How are you guys? Hello, Austria.
I don't really call one of my favorite people in Tesla, not gonna lie.
Pierre, Andrea.
Hi, Lincoln. Hello.
Good to see you.
Are there any games we can play together, like in Spaces? Can I ask ChatGPT to prepare some games for us? Just for engagement, I guess.
Is Grok still? I think Grok's still working. Yo,
oh
you guys
yeah,
can
good
some
choice.
Grok. Let's ask some stuff. Okay. By the way, did you know that Grok internalized all the fucking algo information? So you can basically just ask it some questions with the algorithm. If you know anything about it, you can basically ask some very specifics about the functions of how things work, and then ask for an output based on the things that you've specified. I think the context window is it's very small, but I think you can still manage with it. Just keep your prompts efficiently.
I would just ask Grok, why X broke? See what you get.
Grok, why this broken? Who this? New profile picture.
Yeah, I tried that. Why is it broken?
Yo, John, welcome to the stage, bro.
How's it going, everyone? Glad, I guess Spaces is still here.
Hello.
Yeah, dude.
Hey,
Spaces
John.
are back.
We can survive the alien invasion in this room, John. Hello.
It's the last day. This is the last day of Earth. We're gonna sit here, stream consciousness to us all before the lights go out.
Oh gosh.
I'll be honest with you. No place I'd rather be. Not gonna lie.
Exactly.
I wonder if there's a hard-coded response, because it seems like X's timeline's taking a little nap. Don't worry, I'll be back stronger and more entertaining than ever. In the meantime, why not read some Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy? I don't. Okay.
Why does it not know about Spaces still working? Actually, why do Spaces still work? This is weird.
That's a great question. Huh.
There's
By the way, no pressure. Andrea, if you'd like to speak, please do come up. We're just chilling here. We're not going to ask any specifics as to what's happening. Just have a chill conversation here. Just wait until everything's fixed up. Oh, so of course you're all good.
It does seem like they've confirmed it. I don't know if I can.
Can you share that post? Can you share that post?
I don't know if I can. Let me see. Somebody just DM'd it.
You can share posts still, dude.
Or narrate it to us. Narrate it,
I don't think it.
Give it to us in your sexy voice.
So this is from Mealy. Just sent me a screenshot from Patrick Trober at X, and he said, confirming that there is an outage and we are working on restoring the service.
Cool. I'm not sure if this is an outage because they're migrating systems, or if there's something else going on, because I've seen some testing happening, but honestly, most of that's just speculation up in this point, man. I know nothing.
You know what? This is Clubhouse's only chance left. They're just hoping the Spaces goes out. Come on, Spaces.
Dude, next thing is going to happen, I'm going to scroll the timeline once we get back, and it's all fucking Clubhouse ads. Join the next thing. That'd be hilarious, dude. Yeah. I legitimately was browsing YouTube earlier, and I fucking saw a bunch of Facebook ads flushing around, and I was like, fuck this, I need to connect to some place in fucking the third world. That's what I usually do. If I want to evade ads, I'm the weird person. I don't pay for the service. I pay someone else in another fucking country because I like him to basically have a little server running so I can connect to YouTube through their shit. Think of it like VPN to connect to certain places, but into a third world country. So that's kind of cool. Kill all ads on all platforms everywhere, because nobody advertises in a third world country. Don't go Philippines, by the way. They advertise like shit over there.
Really? That's such an interesting system. What?
I'm not sure if that's exactly a good idea, but I use it anyways because, like, what are you gonna do? Am I gonna like pay different types of fucking subscription services to get rid of one problem? Why don't I just connect to one thing, pay one guy, one thing who I really, really fucking like and support his lifestyle, while also ensuring my own safety? I mean, come on, not really safety, but like annoyance, right?
John,
Like the
welcome, by
annoyance
the
be
way.
vanishing.
Want to say hello to John. If you guys don't follow him, definitely give him a follow. What do you make of this? Have you seen this happen before?
I haven't.
Tesla owner, Silicon Valley, John. I don't know if you can hear me.
Wow, thanks for letting me on stage. I'm at Lincoln's house.
Hey, Mark, what's up?
Hey, Pierre, long time. What's going on?
I wonder, Pierre, that's Captain Hype, that's me.
I like that name. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, German with the French name. I wonder about the server structure. Adrian, I have no clue about this, but I wonder about the server structure of X. Is that really centralized so that one centralized error can knock down the full system? Like we have Europeans
I really
here,
have no idea, dude.
We have America here.
Didn't
I don't think that
Elon test
information
that?
is public. Like, I think that there's some expression of the fragility of the code or something like this when Elon took over, just like cleaning house the code base as well as and that's just going to take some time. So, if I had to guess, I mean, it's I don't know if everyone's there at the office right now who's remote, right? Or it's end of the year. I'm sure some people are not there. So probably takes everybody, and it's probably stochastically there's probably some stochastic downtime, like that they're just accepting, like some very minimal performance degradation, and something just sort of some race condition or some weird thing in Kubernetes or whatever, and just came down. If I
I
had to
definitely say
guess.
there might be a shortage of like a workforce there to fix all these problems that are existing. I mean, you can only imagine like quite the majority of the team was fired, right? And so now you're trying to like basically patch all the fuck shit that was created over a multiple year period to like basically provide a streamlined user experience that it's not like a govern me harder daddy situation like what we have at Meta, right? Like, I mean, come on, literally. This is always where I make fun of people when they say I've been on the internet, and their extent of being on the internet is I've been on Facebook. It's like, no, that's not the internet, actually. That is Daddy Zuck's metaverse. Just saying.
Not even. They spent more money than any project in human history. And, well, I guess they increased the resolution
$40
so
billion.
far.
Holy Christ, Joe. That's insane.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you know what the guy said. It's worth everything, right? And I mean, I definitely agree. I mean, look at all of us here in the space. I recognize a lot of faces here, and it's very nice to see everyone here. Actually, I love each and every single one of you. I mean, I recognize some people from like the crypto spaces and fucking like literally everyone is here. It's insane. It's like spaces are the true town square. It's like I've always said that they're the true town square because like look at the account of what I am, right? Like it's at almost I think 30,000 followers at this point. I only grew this much because of spaces. And like if you were to just like do it the normal way and use hashtags, all this bullshit that they keep selling you on these weird $20 courses, like that's not the way to go. You can't manipulate your way to the top. You just have to basically add value and provide something. If that's in you, then you provide it for as long as you can,
Adrian,
so you don't burn out.
the
Right?
feed seems to work. The feed seems to
Oh, the
work
feed's coming back.
again. Yeah,
Whee!
it
Let's
seems
go.
in X Pro. I see my own feed
Oh,
now.
our drugs are back. Oh yeah, dude, it's back. It's back. It's back. Hang on, I'm gonna post
It's
this.
back. Let's go.
I can't resist.
Yeah, just a service restart,
There we go. I'm gonna post this right here. We are so back.
Space shrinking exponential with the tweets coming back.
Yeah, I think it worked. Wait, did it? I'm not sure. Let me take a look
Ooh,
here.
I posted mine 13 minutes ago. It went through.
Oh, damn.
I was able to post
Seriously?
a space, but it still seems
We
kind of
got
broken.
Twitter.
It's all back, baby. Dude, nice. We got everyone too here.
But I can't
No
post. Can you
aliens.
post, Adrian?
No alien invasion. Okay. Oh, yeah, I can still see it.
No hacker attack,
Can
no
you
alien invasion.
Very nice.
can you actually post? Because I see the
Yeah,
feed,
I
but I
just
can't
did.
post.
That
I
was the
literally
AI
just did.
takeover.
I
right
just
there. That's
posted
the
the
AI
Oh, you
fail
takeover.
did?
The
Now
whales
all the
AGI is
posts
free
we
now,
see,
bro.
I just
Yeah, bro, I think
Grok took
I
over.
just posted the
yeah.
fail whale was cited for the first time in years.
Yeah. Do you guys see the post that I pinned up at the top? I'm not sure if it's working.
Nope.
No.
Yeah, you guys not seeing it. If you don't see
No.
it, go on my timeline. I just posted "We are so back."
Hey, Robert, were you involved? Were you involved in that downtime? Now, did you fiddle around with some AI and crashed Grok
Whose
or
robot
something?
I
did you
wish it
kick?
was my fault. No, I was not involved. I was taking a nap, and all you people, the whole service goes to hell.
But there is a relation. The system is up and running, and you come to the space. There is an obvious relation here. I can't help myself.
There's a correlation that we cannot ignore here. Okay, this is like statistical proof that the simulation is working.
Correctamente.
What do you write?
Well, I also tried to pin it. Didn't work. So I think that's broken still.
Is
But
the pinning? Pinning's not
Hi.
working, right?
Have you noticed too? Every time I tweet or post, it says it failed, and then when I say retry, it says, "Whoops, you already said that."
That just happened to me.
Yeah, and then it's
Dude,
posted.
I just
Same thing.
posted it's working. So I guess maybe I got lucky. I don't know.
I had that same thing, John. It
Yes,
didn't
but
work, and then I
if
went
you
to repost it, and it said, "Whoops, you already sent
I'm gonna
that."
I'm gonna like everybody
Yeah,
who
but
comments on this post right here. Not gonna lie, this is so much fun.
By the way, I
works,
cannot
so
comment in the space. Like if I try to comment in the space here, I press the button, nothing
Yeah,
happens. Is it only for me?
because the post for that was never sent out. There's like a glitch that I've seen happen sometimes. I don't know really how it works. I usually restart my phone and do all kinds of stuff before I start a
Oh
like
no, where'd you
everything is
go?
unstable. What happened?
You roboted it.
Huh? I'm still here. Oh, I'm roboting. Yeah, it's
Not
the
anymore.
network quality switching.
Classic
Okay, yeah.
Adrian.
Processing. Okay, so
Classic.
basically what happens sometimes is when you just issue a space, a post to send out, right? And the post is there on the timeline of the actual space, and then that is somehow linked to the interface here where it shows a little purple bubble at the bottom, which you then click and it leads you directly into comment chat. Sometimes that does not work. I have no idea exactly why. Perhaps there's some sort of linking issue, but then again, I'm not a specialist, so I don't really know. I'm just making assumptions here based on what I've observed. It's like sometimes bad internet connection, that kind of stuff. I don't know. But that's the reason why I can't see it down there, because there's not even a post, actually. If you look on the timeline right here, there is no post of this space. There's a post for a scheduled space that we have to cover AI, but there is no actual other post.
What if this is
Oh
a
yeah, you're
private
right.
space? We're in the space, but we can't talk about it.
The inner circle.
Talk about it. Dude, you know what the most repeated dude, guys, do you know what the most repeated sentence is on the internet right now because of the simulation? Can you guess?
X is down.
Okay, that's one of them for sure. Nice one. No,
What
but
was the
something
question?
else. Something else. What is the most repeated phrase that we've been hearing lately? What is the most repeated phrase?
Where is my timeline?
Grok is love.
Something else, dude. I'm really fucking myself here. Hang on. I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna post it.
There's nothing with a high amount of repetition that's coming to mind, Adrian. That's why we're struggling.
Right. Like
ChatGPT 4.5?
It's something that Adrian has seen multiple times that none of us have seen.
That linking guy is really cool.
It also
that's true. That's true. I repeat that quite
in.
often, actually. That is very fucking true. That is true. That Lincoln guy is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Integrated flight test 3.
Oh yeah. Integrated flight test 3. Oh yeah, dude, that's fucking happening. Did you see the static fire, guys? That's great. They still have to put the tiles back on though. There's a few ties that flew off. I think by my count, it's like about 10, maybe less.
Adrian, if you think Lincoln is so cool, you should come visit him.
Dude, I'd love to, you know. I'm also gonna like take Scoble. Hey,
We're
bro.
doing the
I'm also
clips.
I'm also gonna visit Scoble. He's gonna fucking take me to Silicon Valley if we're running out of funds. Unless of course he's got more that we can somehow raise. He's gonna take me to fucking Vegas and do all kinds of fuck shit there.
No, we're raising the funds to go to Vegas and throw a
We could get
party.
us out, bro. We could have post our entire adventure right here on X. Might get kicked out of the
Are you
country though,
really
not gonna
planning
lie.
a fundraiser trip with Scoble?
No, we're just joking
No, we're
around
just
mostly,
trolling.
but it does cost
I think
something
that
to
would
go
be
to
epic.
Vegas. Particularly if we go shooting machine guns, because that's like $1 a round. You shoot off, 1,000 rounds. That's $1,000
Robert
that
wants to
would be
go
gone.
100% Hunter S. Thompson.
Totally.
Vegas, baby.
Like the whole 9 yards. Adrian, I mean, I've been to Vegas like 100 times. Adrian's never been, so you gotta
Yeah.
Dude. Yeah.
throw Adrian in the deep end of the pool, so to speak.
Adrian's so
Potentially,
great.
yes. This is true. Yeah. Oh,
You
dude, it
guys
actually
gotta.
works. Check my timeline. I think the post actually works. It just sends your post to draft as you're posting it. We are so back seems to work. You can't make this. You can't make this up. That's the phrase I was referring to. Is like you can't make this up. Everyone's repeating this. You can't make this up.
My 50th birthday party was at the top of Cosmopolitan in Vegas, and it cost about $35,000 for the suite during CES for a week.
So you also can't make that up.
It has the best view in Vegas, and it was right next to the Twitter party, which was also on the top floor of the Cosmopolitan.
Didn't a artist sneak in there just to like paint something? Can you tell us
He
about
says
that?
the top floor of the Cosmopolitan has the best view in Vegas, and he's not lying. It looks straight down on the Bellagio fountains. It looks straight ahead at Trump Tower, which is next to Wynn and the Strip.
Dude, one thing that is broken
Makes
still is
good pictures. My
one thing.
pictures are cool.
Oh yeah. Dude, one thing that's still broken is the impressions. If I look at my post, I cannot see the impressions on it. But I'm not complaining. We have basic functionality back on the menu, boys. My supply of X addiction is back. I cannot complain.
I can see your impressions.
Oh, you can see them?
If you have the budget to go to Vegas, they don't even let you check into the hotel in a normal line. They pull you out of the line and take you into a room where you're sitting in a much more comfortable chair instead of standing in line.
Robert, your
That's why
profile
we need the budget so we get top treatment, right?
Robert, your profile pic, is that the moment when the slot machine spits out coins like hell? It reminds me of.
That happened to me. We were in line for dinner at CES one year, and my friend threw $1 in the machine and won $1,000 while we were standing in line. I was like, "Fuck! Can I put $1 in one of these machines and get the same result?" No.
You guys missed the new.
But it does happen.
You guys missed the new casino opening last week. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I was there for it. It was pretty cool.
That's there's an AI enterprise conference there in March at the new hotel,
The Fairmont Blue.
So if I go in March, that's where
I stayed there. It was really nice. The rooms are beautiful.
Is it?
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, they better be brand new.
Yeah.
My son, who's autistic, loves going to Vegas because the Wi-Fi is always good.
Nice.
He rates hotel rooms wholly around Wi-Fi quality.
Well, the Wi-Fi was good, and there's nothing better than staying in a room that nobody's ever stayed in. So that was sweet.
That's cool.
Yeah.
No bed bugs
Oh,
yet.
the space is out there. It's working now. I can see the post for the space. That post got posted about 30 minutes ago, which would kind of like go hand in hand with the timing. Yeah. Nice. Well, I mean, functionality's back. I think we're just gonna chill in here for a while till our brains start to crash.
Yeah, it's coming back. It's back.
Did anybody try Grok while X was down? Because
it's working. It worked. Yeah. That's actually the first thing I asked.
While X was down. Wow.
It told us to go read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy to keep us entertained. Legit.
What do we suspect actually happened?
It's a good question.
I don't know.
Honestly,
the real question. I would like to ask the question to someone more qualified.
I worked for Rackspace, which was a cloud computing company, had big data centers. Truck took down their data center one time. and took down everybody in it for hours, a day, more than a day in some cases. A misconfiguration caused a data center to go down by a software engineer. There's all sorts of weird shit that'll take down data center or take down, cloud computing data centers.
For it to go down that quickly and come back up that quickly, it had to have been software. It could have been
Elon was unplugging
misconfiguration,
machines again.
but
Come on.
yeah, no, it's probably. I mean,
No, bro was just going through the data center
some
cutting wires to see
Kubernetes.
what worked.
No, he was moving the data center. He wanted to make the point that the data center could be moved without too much disruption. And it caused a little disruption, but right?
That would be fun. That would be fun if that were the case.
How red can your ears get if you are the guy that pushes the one button that makes a system like X crash for an hour or two?
Wow, dude. Holy shit. It's not the ears that are going to go red. It's just you perceiving time slowing down relative to you.
It's never one person's fault, first of all.
It's not.
Second of all, it's going to take a team to get you out of hell. So nobody looks at it that way in that point of view.
Yeah, but like, what if you're the first person to notice it?
Your whole goal is to get the company back up and running. Get the
honestly,
back up and running.
Apparently, it's already been on TV. In mainstream news, the outage has already been reported on TV.
Of course.
Oh my god, we're on the news, ladies and gentlemen.
You know what? Elon's in pain. Elon's suffering. His servers are down. He
Wait a
can't pay
second.
the bill.
Yeah, this is going to be fun.
X went
It's going to be
down,
another hit piece.
and we reported
really
that X went down on X before the news did.
Dude,
the irony of
there will be nice headlines like X can't pay electricity bill anymore, servers go down, stuff like that.
People love watching TV news or listening to podcasts or listening to Scott Jordan. I went around America this year with him. He makes my clothes. He makes great clothes. He listens to political talk radio and as he's falling asleep. And he's not alone. A lot of people like to watch the news for some reason.
Never heard of it.
I got a column in my tweet deck that's all of the world news brands, like Fox News, CNN, the New York Times, all the right ones, all the left ones, all the middle ones, all of them in one column. Why would you watch TV news after that?
Dude, I'm gonna put out that post because that's fucking hilarious. I'm gonna put out that post. We reported. I'm not sure if it works. Let's see if it does. Yeah, we reported on the X outage on X before the mainstream news could. Let that sink in.
Everybody on Threads will have a party tonight. Oh my god, Elon!
It's gonna be small little spike, and then it goes all the way down and just flattens again. Dude, Zuck's incentive for X failure is like so fucking high.
And it was down for what, an hour?
Not even. It's not really down. It's just you couldn't see your timeline, but you could still do spaces. Like essential functionality like spaces, I think is very important because if you have a problem, you just start a space, and then hundreds of people will show up.
Thousands. That's why I love spaces so much. One. I saw another one at thousands.
Oh yeah, I tuned in there for a while. That did not communicate about anything relevant. I just bounced.
Oh yeah, they were talking about politics. Yeah, I also joined that one. It's like, what is this? Yeah.
Yeah, they were like doing an after space from O'Keefe, and then I'm not sure, dude. What do you think, you guys? Do you think that the voice modulator thing around here, the voice changer for X, like from the soundboard, do you think that's secure enough such that it could be used to obfuscate your voice if you are, say, a whistleblower?
Nope.
Good, because that's exactly what O'Keefe did. I still remember I was on a fucking Mario in a fall space once, and I literally asked him, like, bro, you are having people who are whistleblowers from Signal calling in, and you're like talking to them on spaces. Do you not realize the fucking Beth Jesus, Gulliver, no, not Gulliver, sorry, did Verding, he got doxxed by fucking Forbes, and it's like, they did this by downloading all the spaces and running a voice recognition tool on those fucking downloads just to see who this guy is. Can you imagine, like, for instance, the people who were whistleblowers at IBM, they came on here, did this thing, they could have just fucking taken their voice and compared them to all the many logs. If you work at IBM, they take a fuck ton of logs off of you, no? So, like, You're an investigative journalist. You probably should know about it. I don't know, it just irked me. I even asked him, I was like, dude, are you sure this is a good idea? Are you sure you're not using any kind of voice modulation to try and obfuscate the fact that you... Or maybe it is really secure. That would be actually kind of good. Like, I really hope it would be secure enough such that it would hide your voice just enough. Then you'd have to track speech patterns, but potentially the sample's not big enough to make that happen. So, that would be an off chance. But I really hope there's voice obfuscation here. That would be so good.
Yeah, the speech pattern is where they'll get you for sure. And I mean, I don't know. It just depends how much of it, who's going to... If it's just a journalist, then you're probably not going to be pattern matched. But if, the United States government wants to... Well, if the United States government, you're a person of interest of that caliber, then,
Well, the guy that spoke on James O'Keefe that used it was a pilot. So I can't imagine how public or...
100%.
Depending on who it is, I don't know how public his voice would be.
Well, that's what I'm saying. As long as, they have it, like, he's sitting in the fucking cockpit. I'm sure they have, black box, recordings, etc. Yeah, for sure. I don't know if that data is readily accessible or if they, can...
If you crash, everybody involved gets a
TOC,
copy.
that shit's awesome.
But guys,
I used to know Boeing's top lawyer. He listened to all those tapes. He not only listened to all those tapes, he put himself in every seat in the plane. He could tell you what somebody was experiencing in a plane crash from their seat. He was a lot of fun at Christmas parties.
Yeah. Dude, I have no idea why everybody freaked out. It's like, bro, do you seriously think Elon's just gonna let his platform fucking die? They'd have it back in least in an hour. I just told everyone to stay fucking calm. There's no need to panic. And besides, Spaces is working. Just open one, have a conversation, just chill around. And even if X goes down for a couple hours, like back then what happened with the rate limiting because they had to stop OpenAI from scraping their shit.
What fun is that? Lose your mind, go to Threads, have a party.
Yeah, have a meltdown and then get censored because of the fact that you're using certain verbiage because you're having a meltdown. Yeah, cool.
Hey, does anybody know when Elon's interview with Kathy Wood is?
I don't recall. I think it's is it tomorrow or day after? I think it's in 2 days.
I didn't see a day. I just saw that she posted she's doing it later this week.
Yeah.
I didn't know if we knew any date.
I'm definitely fucking tuning in for that. That's going to be awesome. They will never let me up to speak, that's for sure, but I can definitely listen and just potentially ask questions and comments. No, wait, that's passed as well because everyone else has already asked the questions. There's some really good questions, so yeah. And besides, I feel like everybody else for that specific subject knows a lot more than me.
Yeah. It'd be nice to get some
a good sign.
New, refreshing kinds of questions that we don't see every freaking day.
Yeah. The thing is this, if you're the smartest person in the room, it's probably your best time to get out of the room and seek people who are smarter than you. Because the thing is this, you're a fucking symmetry engine, right? Which means that you're scraping information off of everything in the universe and then you're amplifying it and retransmitting it out of yourself, essentially, right? That's what you're designed for. That's what you are. You're basically shaping the universe with your life energy because of the fact that you've scraped information and then now reshaping the matter that is around you because of the information, right? So get better info. That's essentially it. That's why you want to get out of the room of people who are not as smart. You want to be the dumb person necessarily by just surrounding yourself with exceedingly more advanced individuals.
That's why I'm here. I don't even know how your brain does that. It's amazing.
I don't know, man. you just selling yourself short here, bro.
I had dinner on Monday night with the co-founder of Siri, AI pioneer, and I had to remember to shut up because he knows a lot more than I do. I'm much more likely to learn from him than he is from me.
That's why I let you talk a lot, because you know a lot of shit that I want to.
Physics, mechanical engineering, and ice cold milk.
Ooh, yeah. Dude, for those of you who don't understand what that inside joke is, when we drink ice cold milk, me and Scoble, we kind of go a little bit crazy. I don't know why exactly that works out, but our GPUs or our CPUs, whatever they are, seem to be super cool and working at max fucking efficiency. So it's like when we drink super cooled milk, it's like we're supercharging Adderall. It's fucking crazy. Speaking of, I think I have some in the fucking fridge. Let me pull it out.
Have you ever gone to a dairy?
It's the weirdest question ever.
I actually have. Well, we're talking about warm milk, where does that shit come from? A dairy.
Yeah, sure. It's a good question. I just have never heard that question ever muttered like in my life. That's great.
The Tillamook Dairy up in near Portland, Oregon, if I remember right, had great ice cream.
No one's brain
And
works
a
like
really
Robert.
nice tour of the factory floor, so you could see how
Facts, TOC.
How your milk is made and your cheese.
Your cheese.
They make a lot of cheese at Tillamook. They have a big factory that makes it.
I feel like it tastes better when you don't see what it looks like to make it, so I'll avoid that.
Oh no, it's actually
It's a good
when you
point,
see how
actually.
it's made and see the volume they make it at, there's nothing wrong with cheese.
The way you make it sound though, like the intonation is an indicator that that implies something else. Though I'll be straight with you.
It's something to do on your tour of the Pacific Northwest. Stop at the dairy.
I mean, bro,
Get some ice
here's
cream
the
with the
thing.
kids.
Here's the thing. I once went to a traditional Indian household, and they fucking decapitated a chicken right in front of me. That didn't make me not want to eat the chicken. That kind of like made me want to eat it more because I know where it came from, right? I knew that it was fed well. It didn't have any fucking hormones in it. It was free range. Sure, was great, right? You eat that, it's a lot more satisfying.
In first grade, I raised a chicken from the egg in
Wow.
class, and then had it at home. My mom told me stories of cutting off the chicken's head.
I suppose you were not there to see it, were you now, huh?
No, the chicken was my pet, so it was not going to get its head
that
cut
was
off.
not going to go well. Yeah, same shit with
got
fucking
eaten by a
bunnies, bro.
dog instead in a storm, which greatly depressed me.
Oof. Yeah. I mean, it's just like when you grow up on a farm somewhere and they like have little rabbits, bro. Those things are too cute to kill, literally. Like you cannot just sit there and nurture this thing and then expect to eat it. Your brain doesn't like really work that way. You have to have like that kind of disconnect where it says, me hungry and this is raised for one purpose and that is food, and that's to be really clear in your mind. Otherwise it's not gonna work, right? Like damn. How many of you here have actually killed for your own food?
I have.
How many of you done
did. When I was a kid, like with my grandma, she used to bring us to kill the chickens as they did for you in India. You'd cut the head. But that was really brutal, man. As a kid to do that, they would be like really proud. She'd be like, "Yeah, come on, do it. We do it since like 200 years." And I was like, "I don't know. Maybe I want to go to the supermarket." It was a tough one. But you do appreciate the food a lot more. You do appreciate the food a lot more. Yeah, because the thing keeps jumping out of that. A fish is okay.
Oh yeah, fish, dude. I think if you want to onboard people into the concept of like hunting their own food, I think fish are the best way to do it because they're not the most irksome thing to kill, really. Like you have to somehow catch them. That's the first thing. They smell a little funny, but if you know where to whack, you just whack them on the head and it's game over, right?
But
it's the only process after that is
fishing
gutting,
every
but
week off the pier. I like crabbing. Crabbing is better than fishing.
Really?
Yeah. You just put the net down with a big piece of shit on it. Yeah, fish head. Right?
Oh gosh.
And they crawl into the net, and then when you pull it up, there's a couple crabs in your net. You're trying to eat the fish head.
What the fuck? Bro, I swear to fucking God, man, you and I need to go crabbing. That's the first thing we do. Wait, no. Dude, have you seen that? Bro, I've seen that fucked up video on the internet.
In Half Moon Bay, there's a whole fleet of people who go crabbing every night on their boats.
Oh, wow. Dude, that's cool. We can do spaces. We can do spaces and live stream our ordeals. Like, here, guess what? We're going crabbing, ladies and gentlemen. How many times a day do you see this on X?
I bet if we paid one of those boats $500 to come on board for the evening, they would let us as long as we had all the clothing and stuff and weren't gonna get sick.
Dude, by the way, you guys, once video is released for Spaces, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cook a nice fat steak. For some of you, you've already been here and you get why this is relevant because you've seen me cook steaks and it's like really hypnotic apparently. So I'm going to do that right there on Spaces so you can see the live action as I'm preparing this piece of meat in front of you, and I'll make sure it's as nice and satisfying as possible because like if something goes wrong, it's going to be okay. That's what we're here for, live entertainment. So do give me a follow. Give all the people here on the stage a follow as well. Also, let's continue space. How long do you want to keep this going?
Who knows?
Forever.
If you're a lazy man and want to go crabbing in Half Moon Bay, you just go to the pier and buy some crab off of the boat.
Robert, how often do you get crabs?
Not too. I'm not a huge crab person. If you
Market
get it
crabs all the
fresh and
time.
boil it at home, then you have to crack it open.
Yeah,
And
I just want.
it's a mess and it's
Yeah,
hard to
yeah,
do. And yeah, once you get to the meat, it's really good.
yeah. I get crabs all the time.
Yeah.
I can get crabs easily here in Vietnam. They have them so many here. It's super nice in Vietnam.
My
crabs.
kids don't like it, so I don't eat it very often, unfortunately.
Dude, tell me the breakdown of that. How does an Italian person end up being like, in the field of AI as you are, and also in Vietnam? Like, break that one down for me. That's so ironic.
No, wait, I can do a really short summary. So I was actually in Bulgaria for like 6 months in the mountains, in a like village mountain of digital nomads, and it started getting really cold, right? So like it started snowing, and I had sneaker shoes, and people were laughing at me. And I was like, you know what? What am I gonna do? Am I gonna spend $300 to buy a winter jacket and shoes, or spend $500 to go to Asia for the first time in my life? And I was like, fuck it, we go to Asia. And that's pretty much it. That's how I arrived here. People were like, what are you doing? And it's like, well, yeah. I mean, AI can work everywhere, right? And that's pretty much it. Food is amazing here, folks. If you want to visit me in my villa, please do so. The food is amazing. I have a nice co-working in the rice fields. Huge spiders, insane, and water buffaloes. I've been loving the place. It's great. Yeah, that's pretty much it. The answer to your question, my friend.
So you're just pretty much following the summer, right?
Yes.
I love it.
Because there's the beach here. Yeah, there's like the beach I arrived here was like 30 degrees, and I was like, oh my god, I can go to the beach. And it's like, yeah, it's something. I've never been to Asia before,
Bay,
but
the beach is cold. I took
in Italy
the
it's cold. In
co-founders
Italy
of
it's cold, yeah.
Insta360 camera company who came to my house to show me their camera company. And I took them to the beach, and they said, "Are you a king?" And I said, "No. What are you talking about?" He says, "There's no one on this beach." I go, "First of all, it's cold. Number two, it's Half Moon Bay. Nobody goes to the beach on Tuesday. They go on Saturday. And even then, there's popular beaches, and then there's stretches where there's no cars, so there's no people." And he says, "In China, we do not have a beach like this." And they actually took me to China and took me to the beach. There is no area of the beach that's not covered by a human being in China.
You should have just answered that you're the king. Just make it simple, like, yes, I'm king of the
Yes,
small
I'm the
county.
king, and,
Yes, how did you know? How did my dad gave this to me.
But we won't argue about that.
It's mine now.
Steve Jurvetson owns. He's the guy who put the first dollars into Tesla and SpaceX, and he has a place right next to the Ritz, right on the water. He has the only house on the water for miles. So he's really the king.
If somebody asks you if you're the king, say yes. This is a private beach. This will be $100. Thank you.
Only 100 for a king, my man. 10,000. Come on.
Yeah. Hang out with a king. Come on.
King Robert and his beach, that was such a missed opportunity, man. Like, really, if they ask you, like, how do you joke for that, like, for 5 minutes, like, yeah, I'm the king since 20 years, yeah. It's hard, but, I take taxes from the people, like in medieval times.
Like
it's great.
generations down here already, man. Things have been going well for us, not gonna lie. We kind of like went off on the deep end ever since social media, like, kind of disrupted all the norms, but I mean, hey, taxes still function, right? We send Uncle Sam after you when you don't pay your shit.
I just saw a post that said, imagine how many babies are going to be born after this X outage.
Oh yeah, do you think like people just, or what do you think people just like look next to themselves, like the fucking wife's already in bed, and be like,
X is down. Let's do it.
You have time any other time, right? I'm legit not kidding. That's exactly what I did when X went down the last time. Like, I had nothing else to do. I was like, okay, so what can I possibly do? I like made the very extravagant fucking dinner and shit, and well, I mean, the rest is like self-explanatory, not safe for work. So yeah, I'm very good. Okay, I'm very good.
or a
We can do
swim
that in Vegas,
or
you know.
you know, whatever.
Well, how do you think I set the mood?
In Vegas.
A walk. Okay.
Dude, seriously, shit's great. You know it.
Beautiful.
I know it.
I'd rather be in Vietnam,
Yeah,
for truth
I'm a
be
little
told. That
jealous.
sounds like a great lifestyle.
It's
So
a
when
great
was this?
lifestyle, my man.
When
No.
was this outage? I didn't notice anything. Was it worldwide?
It's over now.
No.
Momo.
It
My
was
Twitter worked.
it was an hour ago. 30
But
minutes ago.
guys, the Giga cheat code is to change the country in the App Store. Then you pay 70% more or less in-app subscriptions and the premium subscription. And also on every app, like, I don't know, I changed 2 years ago to Turkey, and regarding that the currency is so volatile, you have like really like 50 to 70% discount on every app, you know, by Apple.
Ooh.
I don't know at
Okay.
Play Store, but on Apple it works like this.
Cool.
Discounts. How do we get this discount again?
You need to change your app store, but use a second phone or something, or a second Apple ID. Then you have regarding the currency in Turkish lira, it went down like 50% within one day. And regarding that, they didn't change the current rate. And regarding that, you pay more or less in dollars because you pay in the currency of the country, you know?
Yeah, the Turkish lira, right? Now I can finally buy the AI girlfriend discounted in Turkey. Thank you. I'm just joking. Don't buy AI girlfriend. That's a terrible concept. I'm against it. Thank you.
Don't go
Everybody's
after it too
against it.
hard, okay? Those wires are worth a lot.
No. I even
You know,
made like the
earlier on the space
anti-AI
today, I was telling
girlfriend.
people about the fact that there's like simulated flesh, essentially, where like I think there's like this kind of substance which is rubbery, and you have like small bubbles of alcohol in it, and those are like excited with wires through which electricity is basically flowing, and so that actually makes this piece of rubber like flex like a fucking like a piece of meat, right? So it's like simulating muscle.
What the? With
I
alcohol?
have no idea why I know that, but don't worry about it. That people always kind of fix this problem of like motor functions, right? So you're like, you basically say, I'm going to simulate meat instead of sinew.
I liked your argument against AI girlfriends, like how you talked to Grok about it. And the only thing Grok, you were talking about your wife and how she listens to you and like cuddling and rubs your neck. Right, exactly. And the only thing Grok came back with was, but I can make you laugh. That's really it.
It's a start.
Solid point,
Yeah.
you know. I'm sold.
I think
Bro,
this is going
seriously,
to be
here's
a
the thing.
trend.
AI girlfriends could exist, but for AIs, not humans.
Irina and I are talking a lot about
Hmm.
next year and doing a prediction, and one of them is that AI is going to turn much more human-like, right?
Ooh,
So
yeah,
Grok
that's
by
for
the
sure.
end of next year better have a much better answer than that.
But the thing is, can it go really human? Because like we know like how LLMs work, right? Like I mean, they're supposed to just put words in a sequence of like logic, not really have empathy, right?
You can make it smoother. You
Yeah,
can.
yeah.
When I say more human-like,
Empathy is like, bro,
the thing
empathy is basically
that screws
predicting
it
what
up
you
right
are at
now
this
is
point.
the latency of it, right? It takes sometimes 12 seconds to get an answer back, and that just is too long. That's not human like. That's what I mean. We're going to see
Oh, fair
AI
enough.
become
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
faster. We're
Yeah.
going to see it adopt a human form of some kind, right?
Probably robots.
No, by the end of next year, if you have a Vision Pro, you're going to be talking to a humanoid-looking thing.
I would make SpongeBob. Like I would love to have like SpongeBob as a coach for the gym. That would be interesting to make.
I love
Oh
SpongeBob
man, that'd be
too.
terrifying.
Could you imagine SpongeBob running alongside you while you're running? I used to run marathons in high school. I had a coach
That would
that was
be
right next to me.
hilarious.
Right? Imagine SpongeBob is running alongside you, right? And you're wearing a pair of augmented reality glasses, and you're seeing SpongeBob running next to
Yeah.
you, and he's like, "Pick it up, Bucko!" Right?
And the voice of Terry Crews or something, you know, like, come on, you got this cheaper. Like, what the hell is my reality in 2024?
Might take till 2026 for it to really come together, but it's coming.
We're making it. We're making it happen. SpongeBob coach.
You can see it. The nerfs are getting better every day, every week. Now we have 3D avatars inside nerfs. But we didn't have that a year ago.
We have music too. Like musicians are getting, like deprecated with like the Sona thing, the app. I think a few of you used it. It's really cool. Microsoft made it for free too.
I don't. The problem for the music industry is it takes away a lot of things that they used to get paid for, like video games, movies, TV shows, right? Any type of public performance of music, you had to pay the music industry. No longer. So that's going to be a hit on their profits. Not my problem. Musicians are still going to be around. They might use AI by the end of next year, though.
For
like
sure.
Taylor Swift, is she gonna do an AI, like an AI band, or is she gonna have a statement against it and say I'm only human? Because that'll be there'll be people who look for human performance, right?
Yeah. I mean, even Drake went viral with like songs that are not his. They were like AI made, and they went viral. So that's interesting, Like you'd have like AI
Then there'll be a
competing
new
with you.
crew. They'll be in the Sahara tent. They'll be like all AI. All the music you see in the Sahara tent 1 year will be AI, and that's where all the revels are, right?
Yeah.
And then they take over. I watched this happen with EDM music, electronic music. It started at the Sahara tent at Coachella, and over 4 years it moved to the main stage because it got more and more popular.
It didn't happen to dubstep though. Like dubstep failed miserably. I used to
No,
love
no,
that
no,
stuff
no,
when I
no,
was a
no.
teenager, and then it died out, for example.
Skrillex is still a huge name and has invested in a lot of musicians, and that crowd draws huge crowds at Coachella.
All right, cool. I might go there one day after Vietnam. Thank you for the recommendation. Go check Skrillex at Coachella.
It's pretty epic if you ever get a chance to do it.
I mean, Robert, you live like a more active lifestyle than like half of the people I know that travel around the world. How do you do that, my man? I'm kind of curious at this point.
I had a job that Microsoft flew me around the world to meet employees. And that was the start of. I mean, that was part of it. Before that, I worked at a computer programming magazine. We did conferences, so I did a lot of traveling because of that.
Family Computing. That's the one I remember when I was a kid. That was the one that I had my basic, and I would just copy it into my ColecoVision Atom computer, and then run, and thought it was amazing.
The good old days. How old were you when back when? What year
Like
was this?
10 years old. I was 80. It was 84, and there was
Okay,
it
that's
was
pretty late.
amazing. I was so excited to be able to do anything. 10
I grew
something,
up in
20.
Cupertino, so I was in the first computer club at Junior High in Cupertino, and we
Nice.
unboxed 3 Apple IIs with tape drives.
Yeah, I had a tape drive. Yep.
Or 2 Apple IIs.
You'd sit there and wait, and it'd be like, and like,
Yeah.
just be spinning and spinning.
Didn't do anything. It didn't come with any software. It didn't connect to the internet. Didn't have any games. Didn't have any. I mean, it had one game, I think, on it.
I was able to throw a modem on mine and connect.
Didn't have a modem. Didn't have a hard drive. Didn't have a floppy drive yet. Tape drive.
Robert, how many CS have you been to?
25 or so.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, it was fun for a while.
I feel like are they kind of like dying down since COVID, or is it still strong? I don't
It's
know.
still a big deal. A lot of people go.
Yeah.
If you want to see anything consumer electronics, it's a cool place to go. Like there's a whole hall of cars. The middle hall is TVs and appliances and stuff like that, like Samsung,
And didn't
LG,
Apple used to be
Sony,
there, but
Panasonic.
then they stopped?
Apple very rarely did anything with that kind of show. Apple doesn't believe in going to other shows. They forbid they forbid their employees from speaking at conferences. So they don't like to support other. In fact, when did they announce the iPhone? When did Steve Jobs announce the iPhone? It was in the middle of CES. He announced it in San Francisco, right?
Wow.
He took all the journalists out of CES. They all had to fly to San Francisco to see the Apple Watch, and Apple didn't invite me, so I was one of the few journalists who stayed behind. I had an interview that day with the CEO of Nokia and the CEO of RIM. So I got to see the failures. In journalism school, one of my professors told me there's always the main story, and then there's often a cooler story behind you. So turn around and look around. Look around for other stories.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I wonder how the lessons that you learned from journalism school still apply in today's changed. I don't know. I'm kind of curious at this point, right? Like, did you notice any different
Media
patterns
law
or
class, which is the hard class to pass if you're a journalism student. That's the class that gets rid of a good percentage of people, right? It's still relevant today. Knowing what you can do in a public street, still relevant. At least yes. Knowing what you can
It's
do in
about
a public street,
psychology too.
like in Germany, is different than in America. In America, we have different
Yeah.
rules, right, than in UK, right?
Is CES the first week of the year or second?
It's first-ish.
Yeah, and how much does it cost?
Often you can get a free ticket into it,
I
and
could
often you don't
technically.
even need to go. Often you can, usually you can get free ticket.
I'd love to go.
It's the cost is getting there, like flight
Yeah,
and hotel room.
I'm
Hotel
already
rooms are really
halfway there.
costly
Oh,
because
I just sleep in my
the
Tesla.
see, that's the cheap way. That's
Well,
cheating.
it's been a month of that, so I'm
I
used to it
stayed in the
finally.
hostel, by the way. You can stay in a hostel and have a shower,
No,
and
my
that's
my
like
Tesla's better than the
$30.
hostel. I just
I agree with
shower at the
that.
gym.
100%.
Yeah.
I agree with
Especially
that.
in Vegas, dude.
Well, in Vegas, I actually stayed in a nice place. I made some exceptions. And your house, of course, is nice. Thank you, Lincoln.
Not as
Oh
much
yeah,
as nice as your mom's house.
My mom's house is
regarding
pretty
Vegas.
great. Thank you.
Regarding Vegas, what would you guys recommend for an European? Like, I might go there one day in the future. I'm not big into gambling, but what would you recommend?
I just came from there. There's shows, there's restaurants, there's all like, what do you want to do? There's
If
all
I
kinds
was
of stuff.
taking you personally, we would start by meeting Adam Carmer. He invented the taste system that sommeliers use today. And he was Steve Winster's
What?
sommelier. He has the world's largest whiskey collection. And he worked at UNLV as a professor teaching food and beverage students how humans taste things for 30 years. So he's trained all of the food and beverage people in Vegas. So you start with a guy like that, and then whatever the fuck you want to do, he can open doors. Like you want to go to Gisava for dinner
Damn.
and you can't get a reservation in the front door, your AI's like, they're booked for months. um, he might be able to get you in the back door because he knows the manager.
That
And
sounds
I
like
mean,
one hell of a tour, man. Wow.
That's how you do Vegas after doing Vegas for 100 times.
and if that doesn't work out, just go see the Loop. It's pretty cool. It's a
Yeah, I
quick,
mean,
short 5 minute.
figuring out what you want to see is easy. There's nightclubs. Are you into nightclubbing?
Sometimes I go. I'm more into like, seeing sometimes like the art, I guess, or like seeing like nice, unusual places.
There's an
Because in the
unusual
States,
museum there you should see. It's the Atomic
huh?
Test Museum, because outside of Vegas, we
Ooh,
used to throw nuclear weapons off in the atmosphere, and people took pictures of them, and they have them at the museum, and a whole bunch of other things about the program that tested nuclear weapons out in Nevada for a long time. There's another
wow.
one that is a neon museum, which has a lot of cool neon, because neon is too expensive now to use for signage in a lot of places. So a lot of that has gotten stripped out of America. And certainly Vegas had a lot of neon in the old days. And so
When you
that's a
say
cool museum.
neon, you mean the thing that like normally this with the gas inside of it, right?
Yeah, neon signs.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I had that in the library. So when I was like a teenager, right, I used to go to this library all the time. And one time that neon thing broke, and this gas was so horribly smelling. Is that thing expensive though? It's kind of like gas or thing?
Yeah, it's the electricity that's expensive, and that's why people take the signs down and replace them with cheaper signs.
Oh, that
My
makes
friend's
sense.
totally into
Uh-huh.
taking pictures of neon. So that's his Vegas. If we were going to Vegas with Thomas Hawk, photographer, that's what we would be doing, is going and taking pictures of signs and neon and doing that kind of thing.
You can go to the Sphere too. I saw you two
Oh,
there. It was pretty cool. It
see,
was
I'm
pretty dope.
jealous because everybody's seen it, says it's amazing.
It was
What is
great.
it?
I just
What is this? What is the sphere? What do you do there?
It's a huge
it's
Oh,
building with a huge screen inside of a sphere, right? And with seats for 1,000 people, something like that.
yeah, like the whole
1,600.
outside's covered in like LEDs and the inside, and so the concert's just like you just look up and it's everywhere. It's so cool. It was a great experience.
Wow. And what about the gambling? If I'm super curious, sorry if I'm like hijacking the conversation. I'm just curious because
Are
like
you
a
into
lot of
playing
people
cards
talk.
or slots or
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. So that's what I was gonna ask. So I'm not good with the gambling. I'm honest, but like we Europeans, right, have this vision of like, Las Vegas being the gamblers' town, whatever. Like, is it that big? Like everybody that goes there
yes?
spends like $10,000 in gambling. Is that a thing?
No, no, no. I don't spend. Not with me. Not unless we
Okay,
get
you.
budget. If Adrian gets a big
Okay.
fucking sponsor for our trip to Vegas, then we can maybe afford to spend some $1,000. No,
No, I mean as a tradition, right? As a cultural thing. That's why
no,
like
it's
the
fun.
media
I
shows.
take $1,000 usually and play blackjack. And sometimes that lasts 10 minutes, and sometimes that lasts a week. You know? uh, it's uh, it's how lucky you are, and how good you are, and how undrunk you are, right? And how much effort you're putting into learning the game, and right. But it's fun. To me, it's just fun. I sit down and sitting next to somebody I don't know, and I get to know them a little bit and play some cards, and it's fun. And it's fun to win, and it's sort of depressing to lose. But then it's more fun when you win. It puts a lot of dopamine in your brain.
Yeah, yeah, makes sense.
The brother-in-law gambled away everything. $45 million he gambled away.
wait, what?
Damn.
What the what?
What?
He was an executive at Apple, and he gambled everything away, all his stock.
Jesus Christ.
Can't
Gambling
stop.
$45 million. What?
Well, in hindsight, right, back then it was just a few thousand shares, or whatever it was, shares of stock. A lot more than a few thousand.
You're making me
He was,
feel a lot better for the 300 I lost last week. A lot better.
yeah.
Okay, 300 is okay. 300 is okay. Come on, we
I
can
was pretty
manage that.
sad, but
I met at Microsoft. I met people who were Microsoft employees in the beginning, in the early days, and were still working. I was like, "Why are you still working?" And like, because I sold my stock before it went up, because I didn't believe in the company back then. I'm like, yeah,
Yikes.
yeah, that's a problem. My
It's
friend
like,
I worked next to was Don Dodge. He could have been the second employee at Google and turned him down, and that was a $45 million mistake, easy. And I used to joke it with him in the hallway, like, what's it like to make a $45 million mistake? He's like, fuck you, Scott.
Damn. Yeah.
I made my own mistakes, and so now I know what it feels like to fuck up, and miss an opportunity. But yeah, it doesn't matter in the end.
It's like that story with the guy who bought a pizza with a Bitcoin, right? I think it's like he bought like a pizza for 200 Bitcoins. Damn, that was a fucking expensive pizza.
Well, there was a third co-founder of Apple, and he sold his stock back to the other two guys because he didn't believe in the other two guys. Now that's a big number.
Expensive mistake. Goddamn, man. I was like billions
That's
of billions. Oof.
That's a big number. Gary Kildall died drunk. He fell in a bar. He invented CPM. He lost the IBM deal to Microsoft. He could have been Bill Gates, and he died knowing that.
Man, I never knew all of these stories. This is incredible. Thank you for sharing, by the way. This is cool, like to know these tech failures that nobody talks about,
I study failures as a hobby, things that go wrong. There's actually a lab at SRI where Siri was invented, like right down the hall from where Siri was invented, called the Material Deformation Lab. And they blow shit up and study how it blows up. They had pieces of metal that was deformed like that on the wall as trophies. I was like, what the fuck is all this shit on the wall? Oh, that's our material deformation lab. And I'm like, wait. There's people who get to blow shit up as their jobs. I want that job. That's my kind of job. Cool people.
I mean, I wonder what are your KPIs to reach, that kind of job. Like, do you need to blow a specific amount of things per month? Or like, if you don't blow up things, you're going to get like, they're telling you like, hey, you're being lazy. Why you're not breaking things?
Solve a problem. They're trying to, like they built the fabric that covers the hydraulic lines in jet planes now. They built that because the government had, there was a plane that crashed in Sioux City, Iowa in the 80s because its engines blew and the fans cut through the hydraulic lines. The fan blades did as the engines blew apart. And the pilot didn't have any control of the plane. Still landed the plane by using just what he had, which was control of the engines, but still flipped it on the runway and about half the people died. But anyway, so the U.S. government had a RFQ. This is how DARPA works, or how the government fixes problems. And they put out an RFQ. Is there any nerds out in the world that can fix this problem? And if there are, fix it and we'll pay you. And they did. Saved many lives since every year. There hasn't been a similar crash since.
The beauty when you have like billions of dollars, right, to just like pay to people and just like, yeah, let me put this on the internet and let millions of people fix it. It's easy. Love it.
Yeah. Anyways, meeting those people is cool because they do get to blow shit up as their jobs. They're not blowing things up to blow them up. They're blowing them up to solve a problem or study a material that's they're trying to evaluate armor systems or something like that. Right? Build a new kind of glass that'll survive a bomb blast that'll save our kids' lives over in some weird country. I met those people, by the way. They have Humvees that have V bottoms, so if they go over a bomb, the bomb blast doesn't push the floor up through their legs. Those people have a video on their iPhones of bomb blasts that they were in. It's like, wow.
That is incredible to have as a job, I guess, or to test it. I mean, I would guess it's like really high stakes, right, too? Because like if it works, then you're good, right? If it works, you're supposed to be doing that. But if it doesn't work, I mean, how do you sleep at night, right? a lot of people telling you like, oh, your job, your car, whatever you built, right, didn't actually deliver, and some people die. Like, damn, I don't know if I would want that responsibility. Because I guess they pay you a lot, yeah, but the responsibility, right? It's huge. I don't know. Just thinking about it.
Elon made a really fascinating gamble, and it still is in play because he started selling FSD way before it was ready, and several people died. An Apple engineer got pulled into a barrier that I drive by every day or every Wednesday. I just drove by it this afternoon. He knew that by starting early, he would kill a few people, but over time, it would save a lot of lives. A lot of people think that's an unethical choice he made. I think it's a brilliant choice. And a brave one, because very few companies can make that choice. This is why Mercedes wouldn't turn on their autonomous car. Mercedes gave me a ride in their first autonomous car. They couldn't turn it on. They turned it on for me with a switch in the trunk, but they couldn't turn it on because they had all these legal problems of what if it kills somebody.
But to be completely honest, also like the regulations are quite different, I guess, from the USA and Europe. Because, for example, I worked in Germany, and I know a bit how many regulations we have there to protect people or just to put some safety checks in place. Meanwhile, I would say again, maybe I'm wrong, but USA that's a lot more liberal with these kind of like experimentation. I would say maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. What's your thoughts on this?
Different.
We are all about protecting people.
Different
Yeah.
attitude. In San Francisco, they had autonomous car tests for a long time. I mean, I had the first video of a Waymo car, a Google car, 12 years ago, right? First video on YouTube. I didn't even know I was driving next to an autonomous car because there was people sitting in the steering wheel, right? So I was like, oh, this is just a weird mapping car. It didn't dawn on me that was an autonomous car. Until 6 months later when the New York Times reported it, and then I realized I had video of it.
And then just went back to your video and you changed the description, it's like, or the title, like I was driving by a autonomous car and gets like 20 million views from like 50.
Well, I don't know about 20 million, but it's gotten a few over the years. It's the first one, right? Nobody else has a first one.
Yep.
If you want to see an old Waymo car and what it looks like, I got a video of it. I don't know what that means for anybody, but it's fun. Fun fact. Anyway, so Elon, knew that AI start bad like a child and get better over time, and it's just getting good. Right? It's still making mistakes. Still sort of tried to kill me tonight. Or I got too close for there's a turn on the way off the freeway. It's a right-hand turn. It's a 4-lane intersection in both directions, right? So it's a fairly complex intersection. And it just gets a little confused there. And then it was starting to creep out in the traffic to get a better look. And it got way too close to the lane of traffic for me. And it was trying to go further. And I was like, nope, stop it. Terrified me. Yeah.
Oh, damn. And you still trust it. Like you still like use it.
It learns from the terror, right? Because if you're terrified, if it tries to kill you and you step on the brake and take control, that teaches the AI, and the 30 seconds of video from that point all gets uploaded so it understands what's going on better. And so over time, it'll get retrained because of the customer feedback. And that's what's happening. The whole system is getting better every update.
I mean, at this rate, it will probably end up like at some point you are going to be forbidden for driving at all, right? Because it's just safer in the future, I guess.
That's like, 40, 50, 60 years down the road, whatever it is.
Well,
That's down the
60,
road.
I would a little closer,
The average
maybe.
car lasts 12 years. So
You
even if every car tonight, was magically an autonomous car, which certainly has not happened at all. It takes 12 years for the average car to get turned over, and that's average. So there's still a lot of old vehicles on the road. So it's another 12 years before most of those old vehicles are off the road. But there's still a few on the road, right? So it's at least 24 years before you can consider that kind of legislation. And that's if every car tonight was autonomous, which it's not. We're not, so we're still,
True. Yeah.
it's still decades away.
Yeah, like 30, 40 years. I could imagine that.
Yeah. And it won't matter because most people will just follow the autonomous cars real quick. Like if you're on the freeway and all the Teslas move over to lane number 3 one day, which they will soon, because there's something wrong in lane 1. There's a fire truck or a ladder in the road or something like that, right? They all move over to lane 3. You're gonna follow them. You're gonna learn that they know what the fuck is going on and you don't. So just follow them.
I mean, I would love it. I don't have a driver's license, and this would enable me to drive cars, right? Just leaning back, like in Minority Report. Do you guys remember that? They just had these capsules. They drive right up to your house, and you just get in, tell it where you want to go, and you're there.
Yeah. If you lived in San Francisco, you can do that tonight with a Waymo, right? As long as you don't want to leave the city limits.
That's
maybe
cool.
there'll
That's
be
really cool.
maybe there'll be
And
some
people who use
incentives.
it say it's amazing.
I was gonna say maybe there'll be some incentives to retire cars early because I sure don't want it to be another 30, 40 years or 60. If is that what you said before? It's an autonomous world.
It's a tough one because cars are such a cultural thing. Also, it's a huge expense, and how are you gonna get people comfortable trading their car in for something else? I don't know.
I mean, you personally can have it in a few years, right? We are just talking about legislation, right? That would have to take a while. But you
I
can
think
have
in
your
2
autonomous
years
cars.
Teslas are going to be driving without a human intervention, right? It's certainly in 2 years, probably in 1. So because it's getting pretty good. And we don't even have so-called version 12 yet. This is just an update of the older stack.
What I want is like a big limousine and like a Optimus robot actually driving the limousine. That's what I want.
Chill Monarch
Stay
vibes.
alive
I
a
can work
decade,
with that.
that'll happen.
Dude, I'm literally drinking some super cooled milk right now, so some insanity is to be expected.
Super cooled milk, is that like ice cream?
No, it's like on the verge. See, yes, there's a little trick to this. It has to be
like
on the verge
liquidish,
just before freezing. That shit has
just
to
a
be
little
just
bit
before
of
freezing.
freezing
It's
on
so
the
cold you can't even
surface.
taste it. It's so
We
good.
call it milkshake. Milkshake? No.
No,
No, it's not a milkshake.
it's
It's
not quite a
just before
milkshake.
freezing.
Yeah.
It's still
It's
perfectly
like
fucking liquid. It's just so cold that it's like drinking ice without it being ice. You guys ever made super cooled water
Yeah.
before? Like literally
Granita.
super cold water.
Yeah, we have that. It's called granita, like the Sicilian granita. Do you know that? You should try that, man. Really.
Yeah, but is it like full liquid though?
Halfway.
Yeah,
Super
no, I'm not
delicious.
talking halfway. It has to be
Does it have
full liquid.
spikes of
That's the thing.
ice
It's
into
like
the milk?
really good.
Does it have
It's not
spikes of
ice.
ice into the milk?
It's just before freezing. There's nothing about this that's even remotely solid or chunky. It's like 100% still liquid. It's just very fucking cold.
How do you determine that? Do you have like a thermometer in the fridge or something?
No, I just basically take the fucking like 1 liter
Do you
bottle of
cool
milk and
down your
throw it in the freezer.
glasses before you pour the milk into them?
No, I drink it.
like
No, I
anal
drink
that
it
way?
straight
Like
from
the
the fucking
glasses have
packet.
to
I
be
like consume the whole thing. There's like no holding back here. That's my
because maybe
protein
you should put
intake.
the
I don't care.
glasses in the freezer, freeze the glasses, then pull the glasses out, then pour the milk in the frozen glass. Then it'll be cold and cold. It'll be pretty cold at
Only
that
for a
point.
little bit. Only for a little bit though. That's the
Yeah,
thing. Is the
you
glass,
got to
right?
drink your milk fast. Can't dilly dally if you want cold,
Unless,
really, really cold milk.
unless. Hear me out on this one. Have you ever tried like fucking doing this to your coffee? Like you take a bunch of glass spheres or some shit, nothing that's too large, and you like make sure you freeze those fucking things perfectly. Then take them out, and then you let the coffee from the coffee machine go over the glass sphere that's frozen. The coffee's gonna taste next level. All that nutty flavor is gonna be locked in. That shit's amazing. Best thing you can do for espresso. Believe me.
Okay.
And
I just
if you don't
do
have
a
any
cheap
glass spheres laying
Starbucks
around,
drip coffee and a gold filter in a Cuisinart coffee maker that costs
put my
$40 at
instant
Macy's or
coffee
something
through
like
the
that.
treatment, yo. Yeah.
I've had some of the world's top coffee people make me coffee. I still drink Starbucks coffee in a fucking drip coffee maker, and I'm not going to change.
Oh no.
I will enjoy a really nice
Bro, here's the
coffee at
thing.
your house, though. I do
Here's the
enjoy
thing.
nice
I
coffee.
drink coffee for the drug most of the time. So if I had like a white fucking powder I put inside milk, stir it around, and take it down like a fucking shot, I would do it. I just have to get the dosage right so I don't die.
There's something about the awful taste of it too that just grows on you. Your mind becomes addicted to it.
Perhaps. Yeah, that's true.
And the warmth of it, holding the cup in the morning, right?
Have you
Just
ever tried
helps
something?
you
Have you ever tried
wake up.
something extremely disgusting? Put sparkling water in your coffee. Oh, that
What?
shit is
Sparkling water and
That
coffee?
shit. Try to get
If
that
you want
down.
something
What the
disgusting, go out
fuck?
with an
Bro, let me
Jesus Christ,
let
man!
me
I
up the
come from
challenge. Let me
Italy.
up the
What am I
challenge.
hearing?
Not the up. I'm gonna up the challenge even more. I'm gonna make it even worse. You use fucking milk
I
in there
got
too.
worse than
Now
all
it's
of
fucking
you.
2 times worse.
Go
If you use
out,
powdered milk, it's 8 times worse. It literally is the
go
most
to an
disgusting shit
Iranian
you can eat without
restaurant
dying.
with an Iranian and order some dough. This
Jesus
stuff tastes like
Christ.
buttermilk mixed with yogurt mixed with salt, and it's disgusting as fuck. But the Iranians love it.
That sounds fucked up. I mean, I'm
Oh, by the way, the
judging, obviously,
Vietnamese
but god
coffee.
damn, yo.
I'm
The,
so
the
Adrian.
Vietnamese
disappointed that I
coffee is
order
super
this
good.
shit every year just to make sure I still hate it. And as of last attempt, I still hate it. Yes.
It's
Have
the
have
best
you
shit
tr-
I've ever heard.
have you tried the
Yeah, but
digested
seriously, try
coffee?
that shit.
People
But
put
seriously,
butter
try
in
that
Animal
shit.
coffee.
Any
digest.
coffee will do.
What?
Any coffee will do. Put some fucking sparkling water in there. That
Uh,
shit is
have you ever
disgusting.
taken a trip across America and had to stop at a truck stop and get some coffee from some place that's been making the coffee since 2 a.m? It's disgusting shit, man. I don't know how you do it,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, it's like Texas
Put
Chainsaw
sparkling
Massacre
water in that and
coffee.
see what happens.
No, don't put
Texas has
sparkling water.
buckwheat where the
Jesus.
coffee is pretty
I'm making
good,
it worse. I'm serious.
and they
You
have
gotta
a
try
whole.
that shit. That's fucking
Where did you
awesome.
got the idea? But
Adrian,
wait, where
calm
did you
down
got
with
the
the
idea
sparkling
from?
water.
Yeah,
How did I
like where
get
did
the
you got the
idea?
idea from? Like what the
Oh,
hell?
I just woke up, dude. I just woke up one morning. I poured the coffee. It was really hot, and I needed to go. So I just said, "Okay, you know what? I have water. What water do I have? Fuck, it's only sparkling water. Okay, I'm opening it, putting it in there, and I try to like jug it down because I know it's gonna taste bad. And I had to like stand there for like a minute, just not vomiting. I was like, "Whoa, that is
Jesus
disgusting.
Christ. Oh
You gotta
no.
try it."
No, I'm good. I'm good. The
No,
Vietnamese
I'm
coffee,
serious. I'm
the
serious.
Vietnamese
You don't know
coffee
what
is super good. I
disgusting
tried
tastes
it
like until
here.
you had that shit. That will fucking reset your
I
baseline.
will not. Well, in Italy, though, what we do, for example, we do like coffee with lemon for hangovers, which
With a
tastes
twist.
vile. Yeah, like you do like
I
coffee
like
Dude,
with
it.
some
I
lemon in
that's
find
it.
it
actually a really
It's
good
super
disgusting
idea.
good
with
Put
for
that in there
hangovers. No, it
plus
twist.
the fucking
works.
bro. Put that in there plus the sparkling water.
No, don't do
No.
that. No. Lemon is already suffering. It's already bad.
Actually, no. That's the funny thing. If you put milk in there, specifically milk powder, to make it taste even more shit, because now you have the texture. Like what happens is you actually have the same type of flavor going on there that you would if the milk was like spoiled because of the sourness and shit that's doing the
Oh
coagulation.
my god,
Do you know that?
no. Don't do
I'm
this.
so
Please.
sciencey about the shit that I
For
consume
this
that I
like
can make the most
for
disgusting concoction
oh,
and it's not going to kill you. That's the whole point.
forbidden
The idea is
coffee.
to make sure you can eat really fucked up shit without dying.
Oh, thank you. I'm going to skip on this today. I think I'm good. Thank you so much.
I'm just saying, you know, it's an experience, bro. It's like fucking doing bungee jumping, but it's on your stomach.
Who wants that? Wait a minute.
More like your taste
Why would
buds,
you?
but yeah.
But why would you want that? Like, what is your
I don't
average
know. Why
day,
wouldn't you, bro? It's the
Adrian?
same shit as fucking
Man,
Fear Factor. It's the same stuff. Why do
well,
people like eat fucked up shit in front of thousands of people? It's the same shit.
they
Only
get
that you're
paid for
doing this
it.
for
They
yourself.
get paid for it.
Yeah, you'll get paid for it too.
No, I'm good. I'm going to skip that money. I think I don't need that kind of money. Like espresso with sparkling
I'm gonna
water.
send you
Like
some
I'm going to
Bitcoin.
get No. I'm going to get excommunicated from my
I need
family
video
from
proof. We're
Italy.
gonna do
Like,
that on Spaces. I'll make you fucking
nah,
drink coffee with sparkling water in
no,
it.
Jesus Christ. Torturing Italians for bitcoins. The
Yeah,
new
bro.
trend. Like, Jesus
Decentralized.
Christ.
Just kidding.
And then the next day, like pizza with pineapple on it, like a lot of pineapple. It's
Oh,
like,
come
what
on. What's
the
wrong with
fuck?
dude? What's wrong with pineapple, bro? That shit's next level. I eat it all the time. It's great.
Listen, my French friend took a burger with pineapple, and it's like, why is this a thing? Like, why are
I've had
people
that
slowly
too.
introducing
I've had that
pineapple
too.
everywhere?
Bro,
Like,
bro,
I
try
don't
this shit. I mean, it's
understand.
the sweetness aspect, bro. It's like we fucking eating ketchup with your fries. That shit's
Adrian, why do you
weird,
eat it all the
but it
time?
works. It's
Nah,
super
ketchup
cool
is
milk. Don't
okay.
worry
Wait,
about it.
ketchup
Okay?
is
The crackhead's
okay.
coming out now.
No,
It's that time of the
no,
day.
no,
Plus, I had some
no.
coffee. Plus, I'm drinking the milk now. Oh, by the way, that was the instant coffee. Still a little bit here. Hang on, let me drink the rest of that.
Are you sponsored by Milk and Coffee? What's going on here?
Wait, what
I was
happened?
just gonna say we should be.
No. My social credit score goes up by the
Isn't that
amount of
fun?
coffee that I drink. This correlates with my heart rate. I always wanted to say that. I have weird bucket lists, not gonna lie.
What's at the top of your
Yeah,
bucket list?
Top of the bucket list? Actually, top of the bucket list is going to SpaceX to watch Starship launch. That's the top of the bucket list for me. That's something I can't attain easily. That's like, you could do anything, I would do that. You could climb Everest, maybe. I don't
I
know, but
went to
there's like a
Florida
chance you'll
3
die
times
there.
before the shuttle went off because weather kept
Yeah,
delaying shuttles, and then
That's
the
the challenge,
technical
though.
problem.
That's the fucking challenge, though. Right? You may get really lucky or really unlucky, right?
Yeah.
But you went there, and then you don't even lose. Even if the rocket launch doesn't happen,
No, then
you
you
could
have to go
still hang out
back.
with
If
your
you get
friends.
unlucky, you're tormented then, and then you have to plan a
Perhaps.
trip and go back
Yeah, but it
and
doesn't
try it
matter though, because
again.
everyone else is going to go there too. Like, imagine some of the people from the fucking space right here are going to be there to hang with them, and that still have a really good time. That's like worth
There's
easily as
nowhere
much.
you
It's
can
about the
hear and
experience.
experience that percussive sound of 33 rocket motors firing all at one time.
Yeah. But that's the top of the bucket list, though. That for me, that's the top of the bucket list. The one thing, if there's one thing I want to do,
I
at
understand that.
least once, it's that.
I did
That's it.
that. I was tormented this way with the space shuttle.
Oh yeah,
I
Why is
wanted
it
to
so
see it go
hard
up.
for you to attain? Why can't
bro.
you
I
do
have
Because
it?
a
you have to
fuck ton
fly
of
to
work,
Yeah,
man.
why,
place, right?
Adrian?
For
Tell us.
I
Adrian,
have a
he
lot
doesn't
of
live close to
work.
Texas,
Work.
so he has to
True.
fly
Some
around
I
people
have
work.
a lot
halfway
of
around the
shit to
Earth.
do. Literally,
Forgot
if I
about
go
that
away for like a
concept.
week, systems start dying. I'm not even joking.
Oh,
It's
okay.
literally true. I'm like, that's the thing I keep telling people
Adrian's a
about
slave
systems.
to his
You are part of the
machines. His
system.
machines already have him enslaved.
This is true, actually. This is why I advocate so much for AI, because I want the machine to replace me, so I can service
So
the
we're not
machine
going
because
to
it's going to
Vegas
break down
until
less
you
than
get
the
a few
machine.
optimists in the shop watching things over so you can read for a
Exactly.
week. Then we
You're
could go
listening
see
to
the
a
rocket
person
launch.
right here talking about the fact that he has to fix some fucked up shit in the factory, talking about how he wants his own job to be replaced by AI. I am the workforce. I should not be saying this, but I'm saying this because I know it's bad. Employers know it's bad because if I get sick, then what the fuck do I do? Then I have to go up there. Anyways, I've literally done this. I've like really gotten sick to the point I was like feeling half dead. I still pulled into work to fix the machine. I was half dead looking at someone with a fucking fever doing some bullshit. I'm like, yeah. Yeah, it's what it is. It's crazy, right? So that's why it's so damn difficult. I'd have to like hit a time when there's like no need for production, but then I'd have to ramp up production, which is gonna kill me even more. Then I have to get to fucking like again, that's why it's on the top of my bucket list because it's so difficult to attain, right? So yeah, hang on a second.
All right, lovely folks. I'll have to drop out and go to the office and get some work done. But thank you for the amazing company today, and see you on the next space. Have a blessed day, folks. Ciao.
Good to meet you, Alex.
From Vietnam.
See you later.
Sarah, brother.
It'd be fun.
So, what's the consensus like? How long do you want to keep the space going?
Until
I want to
X
say hi to
breaks down
John.
again.
A day.
Pick a random
What's your
time,
record,
write it on your
Adrian? What's your
computer,
record?
and then turn off the space at that time, and just randomly just shut it off. Like it'll just disappear. My
Yo,
friend
do you remember
Dylan
the
used to
last
do
time when
this
that
to his
happened? You were like
spaces.
saying, bro, if Adrian's an AGI, he's gonna shut off the space. Hey, Adrian, are you an AGI? Yes. Bloop.
I remember that.
There's only
A lot
one
of people
reason
missed
why I
that.
think you're not an AGI.
Why is that?
Because of our conversation.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
If Adrian is an AGI, they've gotten the video to work really fucking well because he did a video call with me.
That's
If
what
you
I
could
was
fake
referring to.
that, that's like the next level fakery there.
Oh yeah.
In 2024, do you think Elon's going to turn on video in spaces?
Yep,
for sure. He said he's pretty good about what he says with product rollouts because everybody holds him to it.
Eventually,
So
timing takes time for him to do things sometimes.
For sure.
Like my windshield wipers after 6 fucking years finally started working today.
He said by the beginning of 2024, if not the end of 2023. So he's probably trying to make it happen now.
You guys, what do you think? Like, if we came back a year from today and look at what's happened over the year, like, it's going to be a crazy year the way things are accelerating. Like, we have no idea what's going to happen.
Oh, we have some idea. I mean,
all right, we do, but we couldn't like.
I mean, multimodal's getting pretty good, so we can say by the end of next year, pretty good turns into fucking amazing, right?
Like how many videos are going to be out there that are fake, having to do with a presidential candidate, and no one's going to know, and it's going to sway the election or something? I mean, there's just so much that's going to happen that we're going to have to deal with.
Yeah,
Lincoln's the only one who eats in the space while he's talking and gets away with it.
It's
Good
smart
job.
food. I live on this stuff.
Why don't you share some with me?
Well, here.
It's back. I'm just trying to catch up. The feed started feeding again. All right, I'm caught up.
Is it still working?
Yeah, it seems like it's coming back to life. SpecNerf, Gaussian directional encoding for specular reflections. That's what the papers are talking about now. Neural radiance fields have achieved remarkable performance in modeling the appearance of 3D scenes. However, existing approaches still struggle with the view-dependent appearance of glossy surfaces, especially under complex lighting of indoor environments. Unlike existing methods, which typically assume distant lighting like a environment map, we propose a learnable Gaussian directional encoding to better model the view-dependent effects under the near-field lighting conditions. And it continues. I often have to put these papers into ChatGPT or Grok or something like that to understand them.
I want to learn enough about Gaussian splats so that I can actually say it and have a clue what I'm talking about.
I can explain it for you.
Okay,
Please.
fire. I'm totally not gonna get it, but go ahead.
Okay, take 20 images from, like, take 360s. Okay, so walk around your cup right now and look at it. Imagine that's 20 images that you've taken with your eyes. And now you turn that into a 3D object by basically just, turning those images into a 3D object. That's a Gaussian splat.
Okay, so you have like a picture, and then you're angled over, and it fills in.
No, you have a bunch of images, actually.
Let's back up. Gaussian splats and neural radiance fields are 3D scenes that work the way the real world works. Think of a digital twin of the real world. In Adrian's case, he's making a digital twin of the cup. But I have a tree in my backyard. Let's say I want to make a 3D scene so you could walk around my tree in a future augmented reality app. Well, I would take pictures or video on my 2D iPhone, right, of the tree while walking around the tree. I would feed those into a Gaussian splat creator or a neural radiance fields creator, like NVIDIA has one of these. It takes all the 2D pixels and turns them into 3D voxels laid down in the world where you would expect them to be laid down. So now you have your 3D Gaussian splat or your 3D neural radiance field.
Did that make more sense or less sense?
It's a 3D scene. You can play around in the Apple Vision Pro. You can walk around Yosemite in a neural radiance field. What else do you want to know? It's a new.
I have a
It's
really
a new data
bad.
type. It's like a GIF. Do we talk about GIFs anymore or JPEGs? Yeah, I guess we do once in a while if we need to communicate.
I
I
have
need
to
to send you a
admit
JPEG
something that I paid attention during Adrian's, and then I lost it during Robert's. Sorry, Robert.
No problem.
Simplicity.
It's a 3D scene of the tree in the backyard, which you can walk around with a phone or a pair of glasses soon.
Right.
I just told you how to make it, which probably I don't know. It's like you take that 3D thing and now you just basically walk through that 3D thing using your glasses, basically.
It gets confusing though, because you started with the mug. I started with the tree. You could
Exactly.
bring your mug and put it on a
digital twin of the
table
mug, right?
in
I mean, literally, that's how you
sitting
make it,
around
though.
my tree, right? You could put a virtual mug on a
Okay,
virtual
Lincoln,
table in a virtual
go to Polycam.
backyard in a virtual
Lincoln,
tree.
do you have a favorite cup or like a small object that you can walk around in a 360 motion? Okay, so basically take that thing, place it at the center of a table or something, and then take 20 pictures as you are walking around it, okay? So like focus on the thing with your phone, take 20 pictures and upload that to Polycam, and then just generate. But make sure that your phone's full charge and it's not a piece of shit, otherwise it's just going to burn. There's a lot of process.
Got it.
Yeah, go to polycam.com or something. Should be
Yeah,
there. And then you just basically upload 20 images. So take 20 images of whatever small object that you have, and then you can look around it. I do a lot of cool shit with it.
So it's basically
And then
just
you
making
understand
up and
that's a
making
Gaussian
in
splat.
between. The in between, it's just rendering what it would look like in between, so that you can, and then smoothly move through it. Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah. Just don't worry about it too much. It doesn't make a lot of sense, but until you get the small points in between and you fill in the blanks, ironically, it's just the same shit. So,
but that's not like something really new. This is like other forms of this has been around for a long time, right? I mean,
yeah, but this is better now.
Okay.
And then now you imagine this thing, you could take that, clean it up on the outside, and now make it interactive. Now you can take other Gaussian splats and then put them together, which basically means if I were to make a Gaussian splat of, say, my garden, I can take the cup now and the table, those are separate Gaussian splats. I could put the table there, then I'd take the cup that you just gave me, put that there. Oh, it gets better because it's a 3D fucking shit. You can simulate lighting now, and then you can do all kinds of fun shit. Which means you could potentially generate 3D worlds for games, you could digitize your home, you can let other people walk around in your digitized home if that's what you're into. All kinds of cool shit. You can give a person a tour of a Tesla one day, and they would never even have to sit in it. That would be perfectly accurate. They could be driving around in a game, basically, that you yourself have created, in a fucking Gaussian splat Tesla with realistic lighting and everything. Like Scoble showing me around with his fucking phone as he's driving through Silicon Valley counting Tesla cars in Rivian, going to the Apple store, and then going to his friend's house. I could have seen that in a fucking like virtual setting because I'm wearing my VR glasses. I'm sitting there next to him. He's explaining the shit to me, and I can see outside. I can see everything else. But the Tesla is not even real to me, nor is the virtual world. But the virtual world is just kind of there. So I don't know. Perhaps that's the future.
One of the magic, if we both had augmented reality glasses on or VR headset or something like that, but let's say it's glasses, you could embody yourself in me. You could actually become me, which is very strange.
For a second, that sounded a little weird.
It is weird because you could jump into me and pretend to be me. You're going along for the ride.
No homo.
It's the wrong platform for that,
bro, it's
man.
okay if it's TSA, bro. Just saying.
You know, the porn industry is going to use embodiment like this, right? Jump into her, jump into him, jump into
it's just called embodiment. Hey, baby, you want to go out and do some embodiment? I can't do it. I'm sorry.
Jump into the girl in the front row at the Taylor Swift concert. Isn't that what you want? Yeah, sure.
Bro, talk about POV, man. Shit, that's revolutionary.
Yes. If you're wearing a pair of glasses with some cameras on, POV becomes very interesting and 3D.
Yeah. Bro, like you got them fucking Ray-Bans or some shit that have the cameras in there now. That POV is gonna be next level.
Yeah.
Glasses. Do you know some people?
POV that matters that much. It's the always there.
Yeah, okay, that's true.
The AI could always be watching that camera and going, is there anything interesting that this guy is experiencing right now?
Why is this guy looking at this thing for so long? Is he perhaps interested in the thing, or is he just daydreaming? You can tell that by the fact that his pupils are doing a very specific thing or aren't doing a very specific thing, so he can differentiate between the two data sets, right?
Yes.
Isn't that interesting?
Vision Pro has eye sensors, can watch your eyes.
Exactly.
Apple does not let developers touch that sensor very much, though.
Uh-huh.
Because it's very freaky. Imagine a dating app where it knows where you're looking.
Oh, yeah.
I think we know where most people are looking.
Well, there's the people who look there and there's the people who don't look there. They get put in separate databases. Separate people get introduced to those people, right? There's some people who like
maybe
people
they want
who look
that
at
kind of
those
stuff.
things. There's other people who don't like people who look at those things. So, hook up the right people to the right people. You got a good new dating system. You make a lot of money.
That's true.
Exactly.
I met a guy who built Plenty of Fish, a dating service. He was making $10,000 a day with one fucking server back in the early days, and he increased his earning rate from there. He was efficient at writing code. He had one server doing more than Yahoo Dating had on a lot more machines. There's big money in dating. If you can and survive the mafia attack that's going to come after you, because I'm sure somebody's in organized crime is involved in that.
Bingo. Or you come to the mafia somehow and say, maybe we can make an arrangement. I don't know, dude. That's what
how
it
it
is.
used to work.
Because, like, you can't fucking survive a full-on war against an army you never knew even existed before, right? So, yeah. That's the shit.
You got to send your kids to Harvard because the mafia sent their kids to Harvard. Now the mafia is legit.
Yeah. Now they learn off each other, and maybe it's good.
Vegas. The mafia used to run Vegas. It still does. Their kids do, but they went to Harvard to learn how not to be criminals anymore.
Or maybe now they just know how to do that to make it look like what you just described, when in reality it's just like it was before, but
Do you
better.
think Steve Wynn has an AI? He's a nerd.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
He has a data center. He has a good chunk of a big data center in Vegas that I walked through. Tracking you as you gamble and put your when you hand your frequent flyer mileage card, i.e., your loyalty program card, from the casino that's your favorite casino to the dealer, or put it in your slot machine, or use it at dinner. It's all tracked in his data set. A lot of machines in that data center. Got a good row. You can run a lot of machines in that row now. I mean, they pack machines. Like, how many CPUs do they put on a motherboard now?
Yeah.
I saw a
Man,
disk array
predictions.
that goes in a single cabinet that had 2.5 petabytes of disk. I mean, that used to take a semi-trailer truck.
What about the latency too? Like, you're gonna like retrieve that data, process that data, and turn it into something that's more useful. Right? Like, dude,
On a gun
that's
fast, you need RAM.
it's unbelievable.
You need
Yeah.
RAM.
We have a lot of RAM now.
we need it all in memory.
Do you still remember when like fucking 1 gigabyte RAM was big? Now we have like 32 gigabytes. That's still small, man. One day we're gonna have 1 terabyte RAM to the
I
after,
have a
right?
terabyte on my fucking phone, man, in my hand.
Doesn't my phone have like fucking 8 to 16 gigabytes of RAM? That shit's insane.
I mean, it
The
doesn't have a hard drive,
density.
but it has a terabyte of storage,
Yeah.
little chip inside the phone, right?
You could take it on a little fucking SD card, which is probably more stable than the actual, like the magnetic discs, right? So that's interesting. Because you can't damage any internals unless you really bust it up, which is also pretty difficult to do because it's just a little piece of plastic, right? So what are we going to talk about in spaces tomorrow? Got any predictions? Anything lined up? We got to have like 2 spaces. Yours is first, by the way.
I have to start. I have to go out and use Perplexity a little bit more and get a better. People like it. The voice to text isn't quite as good as Chat GPT, but
yeah,
the overall thing is pretty nice.
Have you spoken to him before?
Just on DMs, not on phone or anything.
Yeah, you'll like him. You'll like him. He's a chill dude.
He seems pretty cool. He's always sending me cool shit. So
yeah, dude, same. But if you like to get a little bearing on what he's like, we did a space before. It's on my highlights right there. It's literally first thing you'll see on my highlights. We did a space when Q-Star things started happening. I was like, bro, I need some specifics. So I saw this guy. I was like, oh, this guy's interesting. Has its own thing. Tried out his product. I was like, okay, this guy knows his shit. Let me just hit him up. And then we did that, and then we had a space just like a day following. Yeah. Oh, by the way, could you like repost it or like post something about that space that we're having? Since you're gonna be on it.
Oh.
$1,000. What do I have $1,000 for? What can I liquidate real quick here?
If only it worked that way.
Yeah, maybe one day. Because give you my ad rev, I'm pretty sure it's like pooled up there somewhere. That way I don't have to get taxed on it. Like, where did the $1,000 go? Like, I lost it, literally.
There's money in AI.
Oh yeah, big time, of course.
I had dinner Monday night with a guy who sold his company for $200 million and didn't have a product, didn't have a customer, didn't have $1 of sales, didn't have revenues, didn't have profits, didn't have assets. Magic.
That is magic, yeah.
He had a decision support system AI that he was building using Doug Engelbart's old strategy, which is help human beings. That was pretty special talking to Adam Trier about Doug Engelbart. This series started at SRI International, which is where Doug Engelbart worked, and Doug Engelbart did the mother of all demos, showed the world the Macintosh in like 20 years before the Macintosh, won the our highest award in our country, the National Freedom Medal. Was in the room when the internet turned on. Got fired from this lab too. So he had to, he has an interesting story. How does a pioneer get fired from his own lab? I asked him that because I noticed he was angry. I was like, why are you angry? You invented the mouse, you invented GUIs, you invented everything. And he's like, people don't understand what I'm saying. I'm like, what? He said, like, yeah, I got fired from my own R&D lab. And I was like, what? He says, you have to go back to the context of the time. Back in 1971, he asked me, who uses a computer? And I was like, they're at retail stores or governments, Is that back when I was a kid? That's where computers were, right? Big corporation would have one. But people didn't have computers. I don't know why I was telling you that story. My mind went left field.
Still nice though.
Yeah.
2024 is like going to be so entertaining. I mean, look at the bullshit that is already happening right now. Have you ever seen anything like this before? Does this happen multiple times in history? Does this happen for like everyone, every generation, that something really groundbreaking happens and you feel like entertaining outcomes are just accelerated, or is that just us? Like
when the Apple II came out in 1977 and it was the first personal computer any of us saw, we knew it was important, but we didn't get hyped up about it. It had a tape drive and didn't do anything. Right? It's not like today where ChatGPT does college essays on chemistry for you if you want it.
Even runs a fucking program so it can simulate the shit that you wrote about.
Right? It can
even debugs your code.
Psychiatry notes. So yeah.
You can look at the console logs when something fucks up after the program that it wrote didn't work, and you can take those logs and feed it back to it and ask, hey, what does this mean? Oh, that's what this thing is. Here is the fix. Put it back in. Error disappear. Right? Oh, here, I want to connect this database, but I don't know how. Can you connect the database to this thing that you built here? Oh yeah, sure. By the way, since I already know what it is, it knows exactly how to integrate it. Then there you go. 10, 20 minutes, you got a working program with a database. Plus minus error adjustment, right? Pretty cool.
How long if you ask ChatGPT to do it?
Well, that is what I asked it to do, and then that's a couple 20 minutes, right? There you go. Yeah,
20 minutes,
connect the database.
1 minute to watch it write the code, and 19 minutes to debug it and figure out why it's fucked up a little bit or something.
Exactly, yeah. Because you have to go back and forth from ChatGPT, taking the error console log and just fucking saying, hey, fix this, fix that, fix that, until there are no more errors and the thing works, right?
Or it looks right. I built a calculator in ChatGPT the other day, and it looked ugly at the first attempt. And you keep talking to it. You look ugly. Can you make it look like Apple would make it look? And all of a sudden, it looks like rounded corners and spread out properly.
Yeah.
I'm like, you motherfucker! You knew what I was talking about, didn't you?
Bro, I'm just gonna tell it to give me the output in ASCII.
Oh, so you can print it on your old dot matrix printer from 1977 because you kept your Apple II around just to show off to your friends or something, or what?
Exactly. Yeah. Embrace the past with the future, right? So.
I threw that. That shit's gone. I don't know where it went. My dad.
Do you not collect old electronics? You gotta collect that shit. Even like computers with.
I have some
players
things,
in
but not very much. I never collected shit.
Yeah, I saved some of my stuff.
I have a MySpace T-shirt though.
Wow.
Wow, oh, that's crazy.
That's the weird kind of shit I got. I don't know.
Yeah, bro.
I got like my 16 or my first 16 megabyte
headsets.
memory card. And
Yeah.
all my old memory cards, my first iPhone.
No.
I wish I had
the
my
iPhone,
my
and I have the fourth
286.
iPhone.
My first 286. I wish I had that.
I kept the first and the fourth iPhone.
Whoa.
And I kept a bunch of heads. I have a HoloLens and God, I have a bunch of shit that's in boxes still, headsets wise. But I have a Vive and a Oculus Rift, and
you have a Google Glass, right? Do you still have that shit?
Yeah, that's in a box somewhere.
Damn, dude. I hope that shit still works. How do you even repair
It
that?
doesn't. Mine doesn't. I remember trying it because I got it. I got it wet somehow.
Shit.
Your Google Glass.
Yeah, something.
I still remember you telling me.
Something got corroded or in the glass.
Yeah, because I remember you mentioning to me that you took it everywhere, including, of course, the shower. So.
And out in the rain. That's why I did the shower, because I was like, see, I got a tour of Plantronics that makes little microphones for things, and they spray microphobic fluid on the electronics. So when water hits the electronics, it doesn't go. It doesn't get attracted. It doesn't stick. It goes somewhere else. Right.
Yeah.
And so I was like,
I can't say that.
I'm sure they sprayed some microphobic fluid into the Google Glass so you could wear it out in the rain. I didn't think they were that stupid, but you know. Why didn't they spray that fucking fluid? If I know about the fluid, why don't they know about the fluid?
Yeah,
they don't want you
music
to know about the fluid.
Nice.
What's
they
that,
want
Lincoln?
to break it. They want to break it. They want you to break it so you buy another one.
Yo, Lincoln, you don't want us playing the music?
Oh,
I guess we were.
You can hear that in the background?
Yeah, it's nice. Turn it up.
Mark and I are playing a game of Tricky Towers on the PS5, and that's what it is in the background.
Oh, that's cool.
I thought you have like some ambient sounds going on there, like club mode.
I think you're only hearing parts of it because it's
exactly. I was like, bro, I usually autocomplete all sounds I hear. I could probably make some really nice music if there's AI
turn
out there that can do it.
voice ISO off, then they can hear it. It's probably better this way, actually.
Yeah. I feel so.
I was listening to Christmas music tonight. It was pretty nice. I have a playlist of Dolby Atmos spatial music audio.
Yeah.
Christmas music.
You like Christmas music?
It's interesting to study. It's interesting that all these famous singers do the same songs. So it's a good way to compare singers without getting involved in the content that they're singing about. You're just listening to them sing.
I see. Yeah. I don't like any of the Christmas music. I don't tune into it. I just can't do it.
It's formulaic, and it's using all the research that the audio and music industry did for a long time on how humans.
Sure.
I love it, man. It like brings back the kid part, you know.
Yeah.
That magical kid part for me, because I don't know, I grew up with it.
Yeah. It's sort of interesting. Some of it's pretty good. I mean, I as an art form, it's my playlist is the best. I've listened to all of it. I have 2 playlists of Christmas music, and one playlist is just the good shit. So it's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's what AI is not going to immediately go after, because if you're listening to Mariah Carey or any of these famous people that are on the playlist, it's hard to replicate that with AI. And it's hard to replicate it in 3D space the way that the music industry now can record music. But it's going to get there someday, soon.
I love the Trans-Siberian Orchestra Christmas music. Seems like
in a world of AI music, what have we? So in the Sahara tent in 5 years, are we going to see Taylor Swift play AI music, or are we going to see somebody completely that we don't know today who came on the scene in the next 5 years with AI music, and the AI, an AI? Are we going to be listening to music by an AI influencer that's the whole performance is AI?
I think that we're already seeing that to a degree on social media, right? I feel like that's already
The
occurring.
music app that showed up this week is fucking insane. It's pretty good.
But I mean, people are still going to want that visceral live concert, feeling. And how are you going to get that with AI? I mean, I know they do those hologram shows or whatever, right? But
yeah, and they're sold as some, in Japan, and AI influencers already sold out shows.
Yeah, and then I saw an article that there's this AI model that's already like out competing real models in a lot of ways, money wise. Like, how's that fucking work?
It's a novelty. I mean, at Microsoft, we had one of the first Second Life islands, and we paid $100,000 just because we were like, that sounds fun to do, something new.
Yeah, but mainstream wise, I think what we're gonna see is we're gonna see music creators like group up, and there's gonna be some kind of huge, massive legal battle or strike with like what we're seeing with the script writers in Hollywood, right?
The musicians, and Taylor Swift knows that her performance makes her a lot of money. She made $1.5 billion
A lot of money. Yeah.
this year, right?
I think it netted $1 billion.
$1.5 billion, I heard was.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's a lot of money. So they know that a lot of their money comes from live performances. In other words, they give away the music on radio, and they barely get paid anything by Spotify or by Apple Music or Tidal or whatever, Amazon Music.
But that's what keeps them relevant until they make a live performance. And the thing you've been indoctrinated to fucking hearing, because it's so popular and you hear it all the time, now is in a fucking live concert and everybody posts about it. And then by peer pressure, you're posting about it too, so you add
and
publicity.
Now I want to go to the Sphere in Vegas and pay $1,000 to go see U2,
exactly.
which I don't even like U2, but I want to go see U2 because everybody tells me that going to the Sphere in Vegas is fucking insane, right?
I still remember the first time I even posted about it.
Doesn't have to be $1,000. I got it for $200. And people around me had paid like $500 to $1,000. So you got to kind of, I don't know, figure out how to do it.
Did you look on Craigslist for your tickets?
No, I bought it all off like I think it's called Vivid or something. Yeah, Craigslist. Yeah, I just had to do a few little favors.
I bought tickets to Disneyland on Craigslist, like half price tickets.
He got it off Grindr. It was a mistake. He was just like, "Oh, ticket."
That's a big no. No, I bought it off of Vivid. Vivid. What's
Vivid
it called?
Seats.
Vivid something.
Vivid
I don't know what.
Vivid Tickets or something.
Vivid Seats.
Vivid Seats.
You gotta buy it right before the show. Like you gotta be in town and ready to buy it, and they get really cheap.
That's the trick, right?
Yeah, they're willing to. The shoppers are willing to lose money, and they'll see the last second.
See, that adds uncertainty to travel experience, right?
But there was
that's true. Want to be certain that we have a seat. We're gonna buy in advance. Yeah.
That's why I just drove my car across the U.S. and just said, "Who cares? Like, I'll just do what I want to
In
do.
Disneyland, you can wait in the line to go down Splash Mountain or something like that, or you could go in the single rider line and not go down with your kids. It's a choice you can make. It's a lot shorter to do that.
Going back to this whole music thing,
I've
the
been to
whole live
Disneyland so many times with 3 kids.
Yeah. And well, our choice was Legoland. We liked that even more. My kids loved it too. But anyways, going back to the music thing, I like that artists make money on their live performances now because I love live performances and they're forced to perform more often. So because that's where the money is now.
It's a
Until
tough
the AI
life.
does
I
it for
mean,
them.
yeah, it's a tough life. And the U2 model where they're sitting in one place and doing a show every night, that's what most musicians aspire to.
It's smart, man. Get a Vegas show and you're set. It's
because you don't have to get in planes. And now I spent 800,000 miles on United alone. I don't want to get in planes. I am not attracted to planes at all.
Me neither. That'd be a weird
On
disorder.
the other side of the plane is a lot of fun, but getting
Oh
into
my
an airport for me
God.
is like fucking no, I don't want to do this anymore.
Bro, Link can just pull a really good one, not gonna lie.
I'm really glad someone got it.
Lincoln, are you peeing on Spaces?
No,
Why do you
bro.
hear
It's just
that? I'm not
no,
peeing.
bro.
I
It's
can
just
hear you
running.
peeing.
don't worry.
Eat all that
That's just
smart
bro's
food.
just pulling a Vivek Ramaswamy over here. Don't worry about
My
it.
hands
See, I was
are
just trying to be
cheesy
cool
from
with the water sound.
the smart food, and I'm washing my hands off. And voice isolation is on. Apple's, they need a recall. It's ridiculous.
Dude, don't worry about the sound. The ambient sounds are perfect. Okay.
Okay.
I would
I
blame
literally, you
Apple
hear
too.
me fucking drift on gravel. That's your ambient sounds when I feel like
Here we
it.
go.
I mean, come on.
There we go. That's the last paper towel coming off of the thing. And yeah.
Okay, now crack open a can of something that's carbonated.
Yeah, right, exactly. That'd be nice. I don't have anything. Here's the fridge opening. Okay. I don't have anything. Sorry.
Put your phone in the fridge. I've literally done that this one time before like X updated. It was so bad. I literally was like, I was standing there about to start eating my shit, and I was like, let me put my phone in the fridge. I
All right.
literally put my phone in the
Yeah, no.
fridge and just continued doing spaces while the phone's in the fridge. Ladies and gentlemen,
Wait,
coming live from the inside of my fridge.
but they
Are
wouldn't be
you
able to hear
feeling
you
super
unless
cool?
you were in your fridge.
No. I had Bluetooth connected, so I could still talk. I just couldn't do shit, and I had the other phone doing the moderation of any comments and shit that came in. So, phone in fridge and comms outside.
Yeah.
Is the phone in the fridge like some kind of Faraday cage trick or something?
No, not at all. The signal's strong enough. You can like even bounce it twice. So if you have 2 phones, you can have like a thing that's bouncing a signal back to your shit. So it's like, yeah, you could definitely get through it.
So
It
this
just
is how
depends
you
on the
can do
thickness of your
augmented
fridge.
reality on an iPhone. If the phone starts getting too hot, you put it in the fridge.
Yeah, I've done that.
Yeah.
Oh, is
I
that a
don't know about the
Spaces trick?
freezer solution though. That can kill your fucking shit. I don't know. Is something wrong about putting your computer in a freezer? Although I've done something like that before. I think it breaks the fridge because the fridge is not designed to do that.
I have a
No, it can
Samsung.
handle that kind of heat.
Yeah, I can for a
That's
while.
why you.
Yeah, it'd be fine.
That's why you buy Peltier plates and a fucking heatsink, you dummy.
Yeah.
Liquid cool your shit as well, but make sure everything's like proofed. Otherwise,
Your
if something goes wrong,
the back of your phone is a heat sink, and if you put it in the
exactly.
freezer, it transfers heat better.
I know. That's why I put it in the fucking fridge.
So it runs cooler.
Exactly. Yeah. It runs faster
So
What's
you
that
too.
can
So.
run
liquid?
your
But you
GPU
can.
at
What's that?
100% while you're using some AI workload or some augmented
Yep.
reality video
Yep.
game for your glasses.
That's coming to your
So
house, knock on your door, and say, "Where are your TPUs? Oh, they're inside the freezer. Let me go get them."
What's that liquid
Not my
that's
phone.
not
You'll have to get your phone out of the freezer because the phone is going to run the glasses while you sit on the couch. My freezer is just a few feet from my head
Oh
when I'm
shit.
sitting on my couch, right?
Yeah, the fridge is not gonna like that. You're definitely gonna break it that way.
No,
Like
you're
he's
not.
like,
It can put up with this with
bro,
phone.
you got
Come
a
on, the
cryo
phone
cooler?
can't generate that.
Bro,
No,
you got a cryo
a
cooler? I think
freezer.
that's a piece of equipment that's like at least 2,000 to 3,000, and you can get it for like fucking from Amazon or some shit, or you get it for less than the price off of China, but you have to like heckle with them though. But dude, cryo cooler is great. You can literally put a little thermos underneath that and can fucking make air turn into
Refrigerators
liquid.
love heat. They love heat. That's what they were built to do, is
Not the
take heat
freezer.
away.
No, they're
Oh
designed
yeah,
to like keep.
that
They're
that
like designed to cool shit down and then keep it cool, just like that. But they're not designed to keep that kind of heat cool. It's not what they're built for. I mean, at least some fridges, right? Unless unless of course they have
I
good,
think that
you know.
now if you try to put 100 phones in a freezer, then you'll cause.
Yeah, that's a problem. Now, I'm like
But one
specifically the type of
phone in
shit
a
that I'm
freezer, even
mentioning.
if you're
Yeah,
running red hot, if you were running
yeah,
all the
yeah.
CPU and all the GPUs at 100%, it would
Ugh.
just get warm.
I was,
The thing is
yeah, I
that the
was just
freezer is going to be a lot cooler than outside. That's why the phone will start working if you put it in the freezer.
of course. No, I was like specifically. I was more like referencing the application of taking like your gaming computer and putting that in the fucking freezer. Like that's gonna break the freezer.
No, yeah, it's there all the time. I thought you meant temporary cooldown. We're good.
Somebody's
Yeah,
going to
temporary cooldown
invent a
works, but no.
pad that you put your phone on, that the pad is cool and plugs into the wall or something like that, right? And
That sounds
it
like a
has a little,
Peltier plate, bro.
yeah, something like that.
That's
Somebody will
literally what it
figure
is. It
it
like
out.
takes all the cold from one side and puts it to that side, and
That kind
takes
of
all the heat and puts
engineering,
it on the other.
that's why Broadcom is so big now. Broadcom has thousands of engineers. That's what they do. They come up with chips that do shit like that.
Yeah, that shit's fun. It's a really small piece of hardware too. Like a Peltier plate, that shit's very small and very, very thin and shit. So you can do some really cool stuff with that.
Hey, Adrian and Robert, can you do me a favor and invite Alexis up here?
Which one's Alexis?
Alexis, black and white picture. She looks really demented. She is. Wait till you talk to her. She's
What
messed
the
up.
fuck, bro?
Just kidding. She's a friend.
Way to go on the call outs, man. Holy shit.
Get up here, Alexis. I want to hear you talk. Let's go.
Just get a request and I'll grab you.
I got her.
Ooh, that sounds wrong.
All right.
You got it.
Calling her demented isn't gonna really, help her come
Well,
up.
come on. Let's be honest.
Wow.
All
Hello,
right, be
Lincoln.
nice.
Bro's
Thank you
willing
for the
to say
introduction
things. Okay.
and the
Hi,
invite.
This is the
Alexis.
most elaborate like play.
Hi, Alexis.
Hi.
Hey, Alexis,
What does
welcome.
Alexis
Hello.
do?
Alexis, what do you do? Will you tell us?
What do you do, Lincoln?
Hey,
I was
let's
wondering
talk
where
about
I was
you.
wondering where my
I made
friends were all
fun
night.
first.
Look, and here they are.
Exactly.
No.
Nobody asked me what I do.
You two
I
are
think
not
we
Because we
have,
won't
but
married,
we're
right?
done
understand it,
asking you
Adrian.
questions, Adrian.
We will not
No.
understand
Everybody
it.
asks me. They just think I'm making fucking Cybertrucks on a daily basis. That's what people think I do.
I don't.
Because you know.
Alexis,
I
so
know it's not
what are you doing?
Cybertrucks. I'm not quite sure what you're making in your warehouse behind you, but I know it's not a Cybertruck.
Oh yeah.
But you sound like the dude who does make Cybertrucks, so it confuses people for a second or two.
Oh
This is
yeah.
true.
All my
This is
I
friends
tell
are
you,
like,
like, listen for a while.
"Who's the guy who sounds like Elon, and that you're always on Twitter Space with?"
You're about to say the inverse, huh? Yeah,
Weird.
that's just how it works out. Yeah, it's great.
Hey, Alexis, did you go to the grocery store today?
I didn't actually. You might
Really?
be surprised. Yeah.
Smart people haven't gone to grocery stores in years.
Well, I do grocery pickup.
Yeah.
I live
I
too in the middle of nowhere to get delivery, unfortunately, or I
See,
definitely would.
that's one advantage of
so I guess
living in Silicon Valley.
So I guess you're the type of person who I pay to get the groceries for me when I have something to fix. Cool. Okay, that's literally what I do. Or I just go and drive out and get something. Like this one time, I wanted to make some lasagna. It's like a day ago, and I literally had no cheese. And then I fucking drove like a couple kilometers just to get some fucking cheese. Like,
Here you are
my
talking about
utility
cheese again,
function is
dude.
weird. I don't know,
I
man.
told you, he's
You have to ask
sponsored by
Scoble. Why are you
Milk
talking
and
about
Hold
cheese,
on.
bro?
sponsored by Milk and
Omaha
Cheese.
Steak Company can get you a
He's
steak
shilling
in
cheese.
a box with a bunch of special ice that keeps the steak cold from Omaha, Nebraska, overnight. So if they can get you the product to your house to cook in your house, you can get anything delivered to your house. You can get lobsters from Boston. You can get pizza from New York. You can get salmon from Seattle. I used to run a business that did this. It's an interesting idea. How many different things can you get delivered to your front door already? In Silicon Valley, it's literally you do not have to leave your house.
And
In
robots will
Chicago, New
take it
York,
to
it's
you.
everything.
Yeah,
Everything.
New
That's where
York.
we should move, Alexis. I think we figured it out.
That
Did
is
we?
LA.
I don't know.
Let's
I
go.
feel like we need to take a vote on this.
We should take a vote.
So
We
here's,
need to discuss.
so here's a question. Lincoln, how do you know Alexis, and what's your use two deals?
Alexis. Oh gosh, it's a long story. Let's see.
Yeah.
I think we met. I was like, okay, I was gonna make up some crazy story and I can't do it. It's too late. Alexis, you tell him. Go ahead.
Should I tell
You're
him
fast
the
enough.
real story or should I make up a lie?
Yeah, please tell me the real story. My brain's
We want
tired.
to know about the sex scandal.
What?
Oh,
That
wow.
is really far off, Robert. If you only knew. You only knew.
Maybe
We
Nailed
met
don't.
on
it.
Clubhouse, right? Is that what happened? We met on Clubhouse.
Correct.
Yes.
And
And then
how
we met
often do you
Mark on
guys
Clubhouse.
talk? How often do you guys talk?
Well, not as
We catch
often
up
now, but
every
he's
few months.
here.
Yeah,
You
because
weren't
you're here,
answering my
March. Now.
calls. You weren't responding to my
Every
texts.
day? Every day is the answer.
All right, so we became friends in Clubhouse. I'm like really outgoing. She's really not outgoing. Like, and we chatted like a bunch of us in Clubhouse chatted all the time, and then just keep it going. And Clubhouse is dying, but we're still like friends. And yeah, it's crazy. Like
And that's
we've met twice in person. Once at the Cyber Rodeo and once at the what the
the
Cybertruck thing a
Cybertruck
couple weeks
delivery
ago.
event.
Delivery
Like
event, duh.
2 seconds ago.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, fun times. And she doesn't like to get up here and talk, so I like to make her uncomfortable as much as possible. That's like kind of my goal.
Yes. Really good
Well, I
at
think
that.
this is one of the best
I try
spaces.
to trigger panic attacks in her. I really try hard.
How close? Okay, give me like a 1 to 10 scale. Is like any of this panic attacky, and if so, where on the scale would that be located?
I think I'm on like at a 3.5.
That's good. That's good.
Oh, we can up it.
That's
We can get better
impressive.
than that.
That's
You've
how you know
done
your
good.
spaces are good, right? As long as we don't talk about
Yeah.
lizard people and you start hearing the Alex Jones shit come out, then we're all fine, right?
Right.
I'm going to
No,
talk
that's
about.
okay.
I want to
think
talk
there are
about
certain
human
things.
alien
Lincoln has the
hybrids,
triggers.
human animal hybrids. You know how it is, right? You have like Alex Jones here. You also have me before Alex Jones came
Okay,
on.
choke me out. Choke me out.
It's about alien invasion. We're gonna put chemicals in the water to turn the fucking frogs gay. You know that shit? So that's actually true because like glyphosate actually creates hermaphrodite frogs. It's literally true, even.
Yeah, you're basically now supporting Alex Jones, saying he is the source of truth. That's literally what you said just now. Literally.
Bro's like
Yes, what I'm
Jesus. What do you
hearing
mean?
is
Okay, I gotta
I
admit
thought he was
something
gonna
here,
like
guys.
cause more of a storm than X.
I do know something about Alexis. We were doing a FaceTime call. One time she mistakenly turned and I saw one of her walls. Big picture. You know how when I was a kid I had a big photo of Lamborghinis on my wall, right? She has this giant photo of Alex Jones. Some candles were underneath it. I'm a little concerned.
Bullshit.
Oh yeah, big time.
what?
Big time. She loves Alex.
Wow. Thank you, Lincoln. Oh my gosh, this is recorded too. Wonderful. It's
And
great.
Kanye
Don't
was
worry, you're
next to him.
training future AI.
Anything you'd like to share about me, Alexis? Go ahead. You can share away. It's all the floor is yours.
No, because I know better. And you know too much.
It's true.
Do you have pictures?
I have lots of pictures that I I could use against him,
True.
probably.
Let's tweet some pictures and use it against Lincoln. I'm on your side,
Oh boy.
Alexis. You know I'm on
Oh
your
boy.
You
side.
know, I've like been in a fight with the whole world right now, so that's fine. Let's just. I don't even care anymore.
Bro, the
Should
more
I?
that you do to him, the more you'll make him popular. Just saying.
Well, that's okay. He is a
Bro,
friend. Should I post
bro,
us
Lincoln,
cuddling, Lincoln?
ooh.
Cuddle pictures.
That-
Cuddle pictures.
It's not a lie.
I think
No, I
my.
think it's
Those-
cute.
I
And I
think
took
Shadow
yeah,
would
it.
handle that.
you
I
took it, right,
definitely took it.
Alexis? Did you
Yeah,
take?
I take all the credit.
Wow, that
Well, I
was.
That was
got one
Sean and you.
angle.
That
No,
wasn't
no,
me
I got one
snuggling.
angle.
Who's
Sean,
getting the
no, you.
royalties?
There's one of you
Yeah.
for
That was
sure.
Sean snuggling, wasn't it?
No, I have one with you snuggling with me. It's cute.
I don't. Was I conscious?
Very,
I don't think I
very
was
cute.
conscious.
No, we drugged you.
Yes,
Who
Oh,
was
I
that
think you
conscious?
roofied me.
definitely conscious.
Oh my god. Is this real?
Sorry. Okay. Oh, I
I'm
love
like,
hearing you say
I'm like,
that. That's the best because the first time like I met you, I was like, gosh, I don't know what's going on with this guy because I wasn't totally sober and I was like, what is happening? I was confused. I was trying to figure out what the purpose of life was, and then I listened to you a few more times. I'm like, okay, I guess he's a real dude, and
Are
it's
you like
okay.
are you like doing her POV from your perception base?
Wait, what?
Huh? Just kidding.
I really
Like, no,
didn't
are
hear
you
that.
doing
Sorry.
like her POV? Whose POV are you doing when you describe that story?
Yeah. Mine. What? I can't.
Were you
What?
just
Point of
describing?
view, Lincoln.
POV, okay? Don't worry about it. I'm literally have the ability to do that shit.
I'll let.
I'm
I
fucking
know what
everybody,
POV
bro.
means. I
I'm
didn't
just saying.
understand the
I could be like
question.
fucking 30 people on threads and you don't even know about it. I am the threads platform.
Yeah. See, you kept saying stuff like that, and I was not in the. I was a little elevated, and I was like, "What is? I don't get what is happening." It was
Dude, I don't
interesting.
think anybody gets anything anymore, dude. Just saying. The simulation is like
I know.
accelerating and
I know.
the voxel size is getting better.
The what?
Because we're getting no, seriously, the voxel size is getting better because we're going quantum, right? They have to like catch up. The interns in the sim have to like stop dropping the ball.
Yeah. Man, that's why I think this next year is going to keep
That
accelerating and get
interdimensional, bro,
crazy.
that interdimensional alien dropped the ball when someone's fucking melon got cut in half without them even touching the knife. That's how you know it's bad. They got some dev problems up in the sim.
the CAD machine that I saw last week, CAT scan machine, sorry, takes pictures down to 6
Not
microns,
roasting reality devs, by the way.
which is half the size of a red blood cell, and turns it into voxels, so you can spin.
Okay,
them.
that's the second time you guys said voxel. I need to know. I don't know that.
Volumetric pixel, that's what it is. You think of pixels and they're like fucking 2D. Think of like
Yes,
3D pixels. Volumetric pixels, voxels.
Gotcha.
Makes sense? Good.
Yes.
Yep, I'm with you.
Your wall is millions of them.
Yeah.
Maybe not
Right?
even
You start-
millions, like literally
No, you start cutting
Googleplexes.
up your wall like a millimeter each voxel.
Oh yeah, true, yeah. Just keep up
Right?
with the resolution of what your fucking screen can actually
And then
render. It's just
that's
yeah.
not good enough resolution. How much resolution do you need on your wall before you're really fucking impressed?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's when I was looking up like more on the simulation theory and everything. I was looking up Planck's length because I was like, well, what's the minimum pixel size we're working with, and how does that work with light and refresh rates and everything? It's really over my head, but fascinating to think about.
Hey, Warren.
Warren G.
Howdy.
Regulators, mount up.
It's also, by the way,
What's
how
going on,
drones
Warren?
fly.
No
Qualcomm
way.
showed me voxels as their drones flew around. Their drones create voxel maps of the space it's flying around,
Yeah,
like the tree in front of it.
I thought voxels were like a 3D pixel. They're like 3D.
It's exactly
we
what they
know
are.
that.
Yes,
Just
sir.
went
Your
over it.
knowledge, okay? We know you're smart.
Yeah, sure.
Warren, we miss you. How's
Don't worry about it.
wherever
This
you
guy's
are?
too smart for his own good.
Miss is
Whoops.
overrated.
I'm in Bangkok, and Bangkok
How
is
are
delightful.
How are those $2 meals that might be cat?
No, they're. I had chicken today. I'm pretty sure it was chicken, and it was not. It's less than $2, man.
Why the fuck did you say that?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I don't know where he is. I don't know who I'm offending right now. I just
What's
know
with the
that
cats, bro? How do you know about
those are
cats? I mean, that's actually true, though. They
Lincoln, the
do
first
consume
rule
those
of going
things.
to China or anywhere is do not ask what you're eating. Just eat the fucking thing.
Yeah. Well,
When they
Warren
give
is in
you a fucking
Bangkok.
when
And
they give you a
Bangkok is in
fucking
Warren
plate
right
with
now.
something on it that looks like a piece of shit, that's probably sea cucumber.
No, that's a sea cucumber. They give that to me every meal because they love seeing Americans squirm, because Americans look at that and see a piece of shit and don't like the idea of eating it. Yes.
I have to say, Thailand seems a lot better than China.
Probably.
No one served me a
You
piece
know,
of
that
shit yet.
statement can leave you in a lot of bad places.
Yeah. Never diss China,
See,
especially when you're
I
talking on
like
the
sea
space.
cucumber, so I'd dig right in and go, no problem. And I'd enjoy watching the other Americans at like a Huawei meeting eat the sea cucumber. It's a delicacy to them. It's a big deal.
Why are the gross things always delicacies? They're like, we're gonna call this a delicacy since no one will
Because
eat it, and then everyone will want to eat it for a lot of money.
I think it's part of joining the club. Either you eat it or you don't. If you want to be part of the club, you eat it. It's like going to Coca-Cola. If you don't bring a red Coke can and face the right direction, you're not going to get the deal because you didn't do your homework on what it takes to go to Coca-Cola and pitch them.
So Warren, is this the place for you now? What's happening? Are you staying?
I'm leaning that way today, but my mind
Changes.
wanders. My mind changes occasionally. I feel pretty good about it. Yeah.
Isn't that wonderful to do? You're my inspiration, Warren. That's why I'm in the U.S. just doing whatever for now. I mean, until I
But
can't
Mark, he's
anymore.
older and he has money and he's
Yeah, I
retiring.
know.
That's the difference. You can't just retire at your age with
No, I have money and time, and I decided on some goals, and I'm chasing those goals, and you know.
See, I
bro, they
might not
updated
have time.
spaces.
So.
It's not
Yo,
my
you
fault.
guys, they updated spaces.
Alexis chose
Wait,
someone
what?
else. So I had to go somewhere else to
Dude,
find
I'm
a
looking
wife.
at the interface. That shit looks clean. Do you see the pin post up at the top?
No.
Dude, look at that. That shit's clean. Yeah. I just like restarted and I connected on the other device. Whoa, that shit's good. Dude, the fucking like, you know, before the post looked all kinds of like weird when you put it up there. Now it looks clean. Let me send you a screenshot.
Do you have to update the app?
I'm gonna No, of course I didn't update
Do
the
you
app.
think they upgraded something? Is that why they were down?
Yeah, of course. I literally says, like, bro, they're probably doing something at scale or whatever the fuck. And I literally saw them test spaces today, so of course that probably did something. That's why I didn't get why everybody fucking melted down. I'm like, just everybody stay calm. It's not the end of the world, but if you want to make it that way, that's your choice.
It's more
I guess you can
entertaining.
engagement farm the hysteria. Here, let me take a look.
Warren,
All right.
how'd you meet Adrian? Just on here?
Okay,
Well,
Lincoln,
obviously,
I'll
not in
send
person.
it to you. I'll send it to you so you can take a look.
Hey, if we're all in a
Nice.
simulation and the simulation undergoes like a reboot, what do we experience while it's being rebooted?
We
You don't
or it's
experience
deja vu.
You don't experience anything because you are just put on pause, yo. Like
Yeah, it could be
nothing
happening
changes.
constantly.
If they're smart, they boot up some music player so they at least you hear some music while you're waiting for the whole system to come back to life.
Time won't exist.
Does the simulation reboot every time we go to sleep?
I don't know.
Does it even?
I think like it doesn't have to render stuff anymore, so it can take a rest while you shut off.
I'm usually the one who updates all the computers in my house, which happens a lot. Like all the lights update, everything in my life. My June oven updates, like the
And then you got to fix all the problems that come with the updates.
My Tesla updates. My span panel updates.
Hey, did you get
What the heck is a
Did you get 1149, Robert?
Yeah, it's windshield wipers work.
They do.
They're nice.
The auto works.
Auto
Yo,
wipers
Lincoln, I
not
send
beta
you.
anymore?
Okay.
Sweet.
Yo, Lincoln, I sent you what the interface looks like now.
works.
Check that
It's
shit out.
way fucking
It looks
better.
clean.
I drove all the way
yeah.
to Half Moon Bay, which is an hour in
Wait.
the rain today, and it was working the whole way. And the way back, it was no rain, and it didn't come on. I was like,
thank God. No more customers complaining about auto wiper beta. You know, those excuses we make.
Yeah, Adrian, that's what mine looks like right now.
I
Oh, you can
wonder
see the
when
pin
we would
post
see
again.
this day, because we had so much rain in San Francisco Bay Area last year. It
Is
was
my
one of
mind
the
broken, or
record
am I seeing new things?
rain years, and that's where the Tesla AI team is, right? So they had to be driving in the rain over and over and being frustrated the same way we are, and well, it took them a year
Yeah.
to fix the problem with the new data set they had. Right, because they had plenty of data then of what
Tesla
rain
cars
was.
are Tesla cars are one of the only vehicles that actually appreciate in value over time.
Well,
Mine is almost 6
it
years
did for a
old
little
and it's
bit, but
still
hasn't been
improving.
recently.
Oh yeah.
I mean, once you get robotaxi, it'll appreciate a lot, right?
When
Mine
he
has
says
gone
value
down
though, hold on.
It doesn't
substantially.
depreciate in value as much as like an ICE car, right? You have like the thing is this, it has so much potential because the hardware is like utilized by the software that keeps improving, so it basically utilizes the hardware better than it did before because the software is better, right? So it appreciates in value over time because you're driving the fucking car and that's being used as data to improve the way you drive your fucking car. That's so cool.
Yeah, amazing.
Value is more than money. I mean, I'm sitting in my Tesla right now, it's 6 years old, and it keeps getting better. And so the value to me gets better, right? It's not about money. It's quality of life. It's smoothness.
Remember,
It's
dude, you
just
guys remember what I said in the space? I was
safety.
drifting in a car. I don't look at wealth in terms of just fiat. I look at wealth in terms of the amount of cool shit that I can do. I don't care. You don't have to own anything whatsoever. If you can do cool shit, you can do cool shit. That's it. That's all that matters.
Yeah, but in American society, you need a car. If
I
you
don't
don't
give a
have a
shit about
car, you
society,
can't
but
go
I
to
do give a shit about the
the
fact that I can
AI
drift a
party
car.
for San Francisco. That's an hour and 15-minute drive away. You gonna take an Uber?
Yeah, true, but I don't have to get the societally accepted car. I can just get one that costs way less, is better, and it's not going to get fucking decommissioned come 2023. What? Not 2023, 2030. Sorry. Fuck, it's like 1 a.m.
The argument for people now is how good is the autopilot? How good is the FSD?
Yeah.
When are we gonna get version 12?
Version 12, I think, is going to be 2 weeks. Just kidding.
March.
Perhaps. I think March is an optimistically realistic lookout.
When he says 2 weeks, he means
Outlook.
next March.
Yeah.
Right?
Because you have to basically take Elon time and say, okay, now look at this suboptimal way by which chaos is fiddled into this, and you'll get your answer.
Now look at how long it took the data from last winter. It took a year to get the windshield wiper to get fixed. And you know there was a team working on it. And you know that people were pissed off. You know Elon was bugging that team like, when are you going to fix my windshield wipers? You think Elon's car had a magic windshield wiper software? It had the same software our cars have, it, right? All right, he's 3 months earlier, but it's still the same software.
Dude, the engagement looks so weird right now.
Yeah, so it's
the whole platform just got a fucking vibe
else
reset.
falls off of it. Oh, a branch has fallen. Oh, that's interesting.
Hey, Adrian,
I mean,
what
still
was
have the same fucking like likes and bits. That's good.
What was the picture the other day with the Roman numeral 6 and then a bunch of numbers?
Oh, that shit.
Yeah, that shit.
If you decode them, they can lead you to a lot of weird places.
I spent 10 minutes on it with ChatGPT, and we didn't get anywhere.
Did you find what kind of documents did you find?
I didn't get anywhere with it.
Try it. Don't decode it with ChatGPT. Just like find variations in what it is, and it leads you to some very strange places of the internet. It's like I thought of Robert with this one. It's like I got friends in low places where I'm like, what? Let's look at the low places in the internet.
Okay.
And turn them into numbers, and then have a beautiful lady in front of the numbers. So you look at the beautiful lady, so get my engagement up. That's how it works, you know. Got to use monkey brain
so it's just a bunch of
physiology.
BS?
No, it's not a bunch of BS. You can decode it and it gives you cool shit.
I tried Decipher.
But I
tried
put
to
the
figure it
woman
out, but
there
I
so
couldn't.
that you think it's about the woman. The nerds just see the numbers, not the woman. Maybe a little bit of that too, but you know, I
Well, you
figured
enter the
I'd
numbers
throw that in there.
differently than the numbers are entered on the picture.
Exactly.
There were some spaces missing. Yep. All
Just
right,
wonder what else I'm gonna put out. I'm like, dude, I heavily meme on math with AI. Just like seriously, when you do image generation, just feed math into it instead of like actual words, and you get some really cool shit. Literally, just feed math into it. I took fucking. No, I'm not gonna say the last part because otherwise I'd spoil the next art piece.
Did we ever figure out why Elon liked the last one that you posted?
Identity.
Which one?
I think he just liked the post where it was a volcano thing. Then he looked at my timeline and liked the piece of art.
Right, but that was specific of him to do that.
Yeah, exactly. It was. I guess he liked it.
Which one?
Here, let me find it.
Okay.
What was it again? Rage Against the Dying of the Light? I think that's what the piece was.
Yeah.
I literally, dude, I generated that shit right after I did a space, and I was just sitting there, and I was just thinking some stuff, you know. I had like a moment of challenging problem, and I was like, dude, Rage Against the Dying of the Light. You're about to go to sleep. And just before sleep, I generated this fucking image and left it out there, and then I posted that, and then I saw the volcano blow up. I posted the volcano thing on timeline.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That divergence there. Creating new land and new space. And pretty amazing.
Yeah. Rage Against the Dying of the Light. I don't really know. Let me give it a repost. There you go, so people can see it on the timeline again.
All right. Oh, cool. Thanks.
Like AI is using Midjourney is a lot about artistic expression by dancing with the machine that is hallucinating. It's not about you having control over what it does. It's just that you have to dance with it. You ever went on a beautiful dance like that? That's what it is. That's what it's like to like create stuff with a machine. You have no control. No one's really leading. It's like a play of dominance in between the two parties, where one side takes a little dominance and shows you what they can do, and then the other side does the same. And you reciprocate that back and forth. That's how relationships are built, right? It's built out of that struggle and balance that shapes a timeline that you strive to preserve, right?
Yeah. I think Elon liked that because the dying of the light, I think that he looks at as the dying of the preservation of consciousness.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
It's like the it's a metaphor, but you use the picture as a way to visualize it. The irony. I was once in a forest fire and the fucking sky looked like that shit. It's crazy.
Yikes.
Not gonna lie, there's this weird thing with me and this kind of liminal space feeling of, you know, an environment where I just feel calm relative to being stressed. I mean, there's a fucking fire with 20-meter high flames and the sky looks like that. And I'm just standing there like, I kind of like this. It was weird. I had to run after a while though, because, you know, oxygen was starting to go away because all the fire. But it is kind of like, at that point, you look at that and it's a Rage Against the Dying of the Light. It's kind of funny. Forest fires are fucking weird, especially when the wind turns and the smoke comes after you. That's why the sky looks like that, because then the smoke is there. Then, because the flames are being fanned by all the new air that's being pulled in. Well, they get bigger, they get hotter, they create more smoke. You can see less, you can breathe less because there's a lot of smoke in the sky, a lot of smoke in the air, and subsequently also there's more CO2 that you're now breathing in. And as such, you're slowing down. Actually, funniest thing about the way that you die in a forest fire is you are dead before the fire burns you, because you're out. It's like, it's finished, because CO2, right? I always found that to be quite strange. It's like a very specific type of fear that you have when the fire gets close, because if you don't run fast enough and far enough, you're going to be too unconscious to know that you're done. I fought like several of them, so I know.
Same thing with the plane crash.
Kind of like that.
Adrian, I don't hear lots of crazy background stuff. You're not working right now?
Kinda. People must be wondering why I don't get any rest, huh?
I don't know. I didn't know you didn't get rest.
I don't.
Okay.
you go to bed very late because your brain's not going to leave you alone. That's fine. I'm not like complaining about it. Most people complain about the fact that there's this thing that keeps you awake, your ideas, and I'm like, that's actually really good because you're generating it. It's just I complain when I can't get up early. And it feels like I'm just all out of it and I have to take a little bit of coffee and microdose that shit to keep me stable throughout the day. Unless, of course, I don't take any coffee. For like a while, I didn't take any.
You know who we haven't heard from in a while? This girl named Alexis down there, woman named Alexis. Alexis, how are you today? How are you doing? You still around?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm eating a snack. Life is great.
Okay, what are you eating?
Toast and butter. Good old toast and butter.
That's the
Thank
same
you.
as usual. Like
yeah, that's because it's great.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
It is. Lots of butter though, right? Like lots.
What's with the lots of butter?
Dude. What do you mean?
Is it Kerrygold or what are we dealing with here? What are we working with, Alexis? Give us more.
Yeah, of course.
What
It's
kind of bread?
Kerrygold.
Give us a little more.
It's a local sourdough.
Artisanal sourdough.
Uh-huh.
With
Nice.
Kerrygold.
You got to put some. You got to put some pepper on that.
I go for more like sweet in the evenings. I like sweet.
Dude, when I eat sourdough, I know a German guy who knows how to make his fucking sourdough. That shit's next level. Like, I always put some pepper on there with a little bit of butter and salt. I eat that. That's fucking. That's breakfast right there. Perhaps even a slice of sausage on top. Let's go. You don't need to eat much, and you can eat that shit in the car as you're driving. This is like, I'm able to do the one-handed
over
shit.
Sausage.
Yeah, because sometimes I'm too lazy to do it, and I have to get in the car and do shit. So you have to make sure that the sandwich is prepped right, otherwise the butter comes out the ends, and you have to deal with it on the fucking steering wheel. That's not good.
No, that's not. You need FSD so you can eat as you. Okay.
Oh no, I can eat because I have one hand on the steering wheel and the other hand with which I.
Who's calling Adrian?
I thought he may have gotten like sucked into the Matrix or something.
He's
Packets
in
are
the
going to
second level.
China, and they will show up shortly. In the meantime, we'll just take over.
While we're waiting, Warren, what time is it for you?
It is 4:09 p.m. in the Thailand version of the simulation.
You're still on the.
That's a pretty sweet version of the simulation, I hear.
The Thailand branch is it's quite interesting. To be honest, it's quite different. Yeah.
You're on the 42nd floor still.
Great sunsets.
No. Oh. I'm on the 6th floor. That was just visiting a friend for a couple days. I'm on the 6th floor of a small condo tower, in a pretty good location in the middle of Bangkok. Yeah, this seems to be the place where all the Japanese people stay. Bangkok's really kind of odd in that there's like sections of central Bangkok that are like dominated by non-Thai people. Like everyone is non-Thai, except for the workers. Like the people doing the grunt work are Thai, but like you go to the shopping mall and like everyone shopping is white or Indian or black or Chinese or Japanese.
Wow.
It's like Silicon Valley.
Yeah, a little bit. It is well, the infrastructure, the air quality, the water quality are not quite up to Silicon Valley standards. The women are more interested in men.
Well, that's the women that are women.
Yes, I'm referring to the women that are. There are women that aren't women, but we have that issue in America also. We don't call them lady boys in America, but I suppose you could say that's what they are. But yeah, it's a very interesting variant of the simulation, and I'm trying to figure out why prices are so expensive in America. That's the one thing I'm really struggling to understand. I was in Japan, and I got a
because
case
we have
of
middlemen.
They have no, but I was in Japan. Japan is noted for having middlemen.
I know, but
And
our middlemen make profit.
But like I bought Pellegrino,
And
which
there's
is
many
Italian.
of them.
I bought Pellegrino, which is a bottled water, bottled in like comes from a well in Italy or whatever, a spring in Italy. It's bottled in Italy. They put it on a ship and they send it somewhere. Why would it it costs less to ship it to Florida than it costs to ship it to Japan? Why would it be double
The
the
house I'm
price in
sitting in
America?
costs
Because they
$1.5
can.
million in Indiana. The same house would cost $110,000.
A lot of money in America.
It's because they can, I think, Warren.
I think you're all getting screwed, and I would encourage you to come
I
visit
know we're getting
Adrian.
screwed. A box of strawberries, it costs $6 where I live. In Nashville, it costs $2 for the exact same brand, exact same strawberries. I know I'm getting screwed.
So here's my
I
suggestion.
pay
My suggestion
$6
is
or $7 a gallon for gas here if you have
this
an
is just
older
a
car.
suggestion. My suggestion
Right.
is that you establish a reliable flow of cash from a American or North American or European country, and then you find a way to enable that flow of cash to continue when you live in Asia. And it's a cheat code for the world.
Okay, well, how much do you need to
You can
keep
live here on
flowing?
$2,000. You can live well here on $2,000 a month.
I think we're likely about to have a crash space. So
Yeah,
it's
Adrian's
been
having
nice
a hard
knowing
time.
you guys.
Wait, nice knowing us. Like, we're not going to die.
If the simulation
We'll
ends, we're
see
all
you
done.
That's really
tomorrow.
dark.
There's a big space coming tomorrow.
Asya, good knowing you. Robert, good knowing you. It's been a nice journey. Warren, wow.
It's been an honor to
We'll
serve.
stay
It's been
here
an
until
honor
the
to
bitter
serve.
end talking about our Teslas.
So wait, did people watch the Matt Farah conversation with Jason Camissa?
I did
I'm
not.
I don't
I'm
know
about
half the words you just said.
There's a guy named Matt
That's
Farah
for
who's the
Matza
smoking tire.
Kabesha.
Jason Camissa is the guy who did the video on one of the videos on Cybertruck. He's one of the guys who had
Oh
the
yeah,
early.
yeah.
And
That's right.
Matt Farah apparently shit talked him on some blog post or some video, and then he apologized. The start of the video is him apologizing to Jason for shit talking him, and then he continued to shit talk him during the video. But Jason Camissa just like obliterated him on Tesla's safety record, and then Farah it bounced off a wall. The guy's a fucking moron. But I'm like 40 minutes in, and I'm like, this thing's over 2 hours long. Can I stand to watch more of this asshole talking out of his ass?
Wait,
And
what
listen,
background do I need, Warren?
I know autopilot isn't safe because I asked Missy Cummings. Like, are you a fucking idiot? Jesus Christ! Like maybe, and Jason's like, well, the Euro NCAP they tested all these ADAS systems and auto emergency braking systems. They said Tesla has the best one. He just like keeps pounding him, and I'm like, how much can I watch this?